The lighting's a bit crap. Isn't it?
Put the main out. Hello, good evening to everybody in YouTube land.
Yes.
We are hoping that this is going to stream. We look a bit yellow, orangey. I think Richard's going to turn the light on because we're looking a bit yellow and orangey. Oh my God. We look like ghosts now. That's it. Perfect. It's flickering though because it's LED light.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Is it flickering on there as well?
We're so professional.
Better, isn't it?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to all the new subscribers that are on my channel. Thank you so much for joining us. And obviously, thank you also to the current subscribers that have been hanging in there and watching all my videos, the Bedroom Guru ones and these ones. The people that don't know, this is my lovely baby bro. I know, I look younger than him. I know. This is Richie Allen. And he is also a psychic medium, as most of you will know. And this is for the newer people that join us on YouTube. We come from a long line of psychics, mediums and healers. And we thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if we did some live readings? So we've had fantastic response. With the 2 nights we've done, we've had over 6,000 views. And so many people have sent us the most heartwarming messages. We've had some fantastic connections with the spirit world, haven't we?
It's been really good, actually.
And we've done some lovely card readings. And it was really weird how on the first night it was very card reading orientated and psychic. Hello, everybody. Hello, Martina. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Andrea. Hello, Helen. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Verity Rock.
Tyler.
Verity Rock.
Tyler.
Hello, Tyler. My little nephew, Richard's son. Verity Rock is my fantastic graphic designer who's done the most amazing work on my book. Which you all know is coming out May, Me, Myself and I, Diary of a Psychic. So she's watching us today. Perhaps we can give her a little reading as well. So guys, yes, we've had lovely response. So without further ado, we'll get on with it because I don't know about you. When I watch psychics on YouTube, I just say, oh, shut up and get on with it. We don't really care. I do. It's like when they're shuffling the cards, I go, hurry up and shuffle them.
No, stop talking, get on with the reading.
Exactly. So what we're going to be doing, hello everybody. Oh, this is so much better.
Is that going to continue doing that?
Can someone just tell us, is the light flicking on the screen for you? Because if it is, then we need to turn it off if it's going to get on your nerves. I know a light that'll get on your nerves, get on your nerves. Is it? Right, put it up bright then, and we'll have to look like we're sitting in the sky amongst the clouds. Oh, there you go. Well done.
It's working. Lovely.
That's it. We've stopped flickering now. We felt like we was in a bit of a disco.
We've got to do that thing that they do on YouTube where they do that like, subscribe, and ding that notification bell.
Oh, you tell them that bit because I don't know.
I just did it. So they got.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you just did it. I didn't even know. It's so amazing.
You've got to ding that notification bell because then obviously every time we do something like this, or Nicky does one of the things, you get a notification of it. So that's down there somewhere.
Ah, right. So if you get a reading, please put all your comments on here. This is so much of an easier transition for us. That's why we moved it over to YouTube, because we can see all your comments really clearly now. And obviously we can also see all the comments you leave in just one space and one place, because we were going through literally about 4,000 messages and it took hours, and it was 3 o'clock in the morning the other day. My other half phoned me at like 7:45 and I was like, I'm just going to die now. And so we don't really want to be going to because we've got so many different pages, you know, there's no one place that we can get to on Facebook. Whereas if we're here, we're in our little niche, we're in our little corner, and it's all fabulous and lovely. So without further ado, shall we have a little go? Oh, he's really good, isn't he? He hasn't even got his cards.
Are these mine?
Oh, no, hang on a minute.
I know yours because yours are more worn than mine.
I should be. I've been doing it a long, long time. I don't look old enough, though, do I, guys? Hello, Helen. Hello. Who's teammate? Is that? Oh, it's Tyler.
Yeah.
It's that little baby, Tyler.
Little.
Hi, Enid. That's much better. Good, thank you. Hi, Michelle, and hello, Lindsay. Hello, Kirsten. Right, how about little Enid Miller? Do we like that name? Who are you drawn to? I really hope it goes well for you. We can be doing a mixture of readings, so we could be either looking at our cards and working on a psychic level, which means we're basically connecting with your soul, your energy, and us through just a name, which I think is pretty incredible.
For a while, Katie Sharples. Hello, Katie.
And if we get spirit people come in, which I think it was a lot stronger on Halloween, we ended up just doing spirit readings in the end
for 3 hours,
and it was for 3 hours, and we're not going to do that tonight because I was bloody knackered afterwards. I'll tell you that, man. So, my darlings, who are you feeling drawn to, Rich? Oh, this is so much easier than Facebook, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much easier.
Hey, Martina, how you doing, darling?
Did you say, was that Kirsty? Did you say Kirsty earlier?
I said Enid. Enid Miller.
Enid Miller, yeah. She's there. Oh.
Enid.
Do that one, definitely.
Hi, Eleanor. Love the Bedroom Guru. I watch it all the time. Oh, thank you, Eleanor. Do you know what? I really love doing them. And it was angel-led. It was totally angel-led. And they kept saying teach in my bedroom. I'm like, and how am I going to teach? I have got ME and fibromyalgia and I haven't been out of bed for nearly 5 years. How am I going to do that? And all they kept saying was teach. And then a YouTube video came up randomly, turned itself on. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Yeah. But I did. And it started this off and it's so wonderful. So God bless the angels. They're always right. Always right. Right, Enid, darling.
I love the Bedroom Gurus because you always look your best and put your makeup on and look gorgeous.
Okay, Caroline, hang on a minute. Who, me?
You always look stunning when you do your Bedroom Gurus, Nick.
Oh my God, he's being so lippy, isn't he? He's been really lippy because I want to show transparency. So I love it that I lay in bed and I look totally knackered. You start, darling.
There you go.
Oh, Ace of Swords.
I want to see what happens with all 6
Enid,
cards.
that's good, darling. Oh, I've got Uriel. Oh, you've got the sun and the moon. And we've got fire cards, swords.
I was going to say, I'm not as good as Nicky the card. So what I'm really drawn on this one, on the cups, I'm really drawn to the yellow one. What does yellow mean? Yellow
is all about the yellow chakra, which is like your solar plexus. So it's all about your ambition, your drive, making change, everything to do with forces of nature, you know, the energy within your soul to want to go forward and do things. And that is actually what the cards are reflecting at the moment. Because what you have here, my darling, is Enid. Darling, have you lost your husband? Because I keep feeling I've got this partner loss, and I don't know if that's someone else I picked up when I was reading elsewhere. But I've just got that sense of feeling. Let me know how that pans out, and just let me know if that's right or not. Because I'm sure I'm getting a man coming in now. I don't want to give you a dead husband if he's actually sitting next to you in the armchair. Just saying. But exactly. But what I've got to say, Enid, I'm getting a sense, darling, that there seems to be a bit of a stalemate going on in your life at the moment. It feels like there's a bit of a routine going on. It feels like you have got the energy, the know-how, the intelligence, your creativity to actually do new things in your life. It could be joining a social club. It could be doing an evening class. You're thinking, what, am my age? And I say yes at your age. It could be joining a forum, helping people. You've got wonderful empathy, darling. You're someone that loves talking with people. And I don't think it's a sense of loneliness, but I just feel like I want to bring that spark back into that yellow part of your solar plexus. And the ace of air, the ace of wands, okay, is basically it's seeing the truth of the situation, which I think is your situation, darling. I honestly think it's like, well, there's nothing I think, oh my God, I'm so looking forward to that. I can't tell you how excited I am for us and me for 2020. I've got so many beautiful things happening and coming, right? And the thing is that with this, I feel like I want you to aim for the new year, okay? And I want you to say, right, I'm going to do something I've always wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And, you know, these people talk about bucket lists, you know, before they die. Why before you die? Just do them. You know, if there's anything you've wanted to aspire to, always fancy doing, whether it's a class, whether it's crocheting, whatever it is, I really want you to start making a life plan for yourself, okay? That's interesting.
Yeah.
We'll do that in a minute.
Definitely.
Do you want me to carry on with the moon?
Yeah, carry on
with
the moon.
Right, the thing is, though, is that there's a bit of disillusionment with you. Is this making sense, by the way, Enid? Wayne, Saturday night, eating pizza and watching you two wonderful people. Well, how sad can it be? Watching us. There's some good stuff on there. Have you seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
I'm joking,
definitely.
I'm joking. Hello, Wayne, my beautiful, darling angel. So, Enid, yes, you understand that. Can I also ask, Enid, has your husband passed over? Can you just confirm that for me as well, please? There's a lot we've got to quickly do with you. I'm going to carry on until you let me know about your husband, because Yes, it is your husband that's passed over. I thought so, darling. Right, as I'm continuing to talk, I'm going to bring him in for you, okay? I have to say, to see if you can get him, I have to say, one of the things that he will bring you, Enid, when he comes, is you will feel either a tingly or itchy sensation around your head, scalp, face area, okay? I've got this real gentle person with him. I'm not someone that's wanging it going, hello, I'm here, rah, 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 rah. Okay, and I've got quite a slim, medium frame man. I don't feel he was a big geezer, you know, like this. I also feel he appreciated nature, or he appreciated the garden, or he appreciated the simpler things in life. I'm not feeling a materialistic person.
I've got him appreciating nice food and things like that as well.
Right, and do you know, this is really weird. I know you said Arthur, but I don't know if it's like Albert or there's it feels like an older generation name. So I don't know if he's acknowledging he's coming in with his dad, but there seems to be lots of family issues going on. And I feel there's one that's current with you at the moment. Darling, could he not talk to you before he passed? Could you not get closure? I know that you knew he was going to be passing, but it just feels to me, and there feels like so much care went into this, and I still feel there's a lot of grieving that's connected around him. I don't feel this is like recent passing, like 6 months ago. What I do feel is that sense of loneliness, that sense of losing your life partner, okay, which is obvious. I'm going to say that to anybody. However, what I'm saying is the reason I think that he's here is because he wants to encourage you to do new things and bring colour into your life. He's your soulmate by the looks of it, okay? And I'm sure I'm seeing Ron, the name Ron, with this connection. And I don't, at the moment, I'm not going to lie, I don't know if it's connected with his name or someone very close to him, but he's acknowledging that name. But these feel like they're people with him. I feel he feels disillusioned with family members, darling, because the moon has come up. The moon depicts hidden truths. It depicts people that are saying things without telling you, or people have been a bit discourteous, or there's been untruths, you know, there's been lies, or there's been a bit of deceit going on behind your back. And he's not happy about that. He's also happy about certain members of family haven't given you enough support. Rich, if you can see if she's responding to that, that'd be lovely. So. Okay. So that's what I feel with that card as well. Also, we're seeing that even though, yes, you are missing him, and I don't know if reminds me of this other bloke whistling again, but there just seems to be some form of music or something that you hear that connects to him. I feel like you hear this radio show, you hear this song and it reminds you of him, and it's quite a nice ballad. I don't know if it's when I'm calling you or something like that, but it's a lot older kind of music. But do you know what I want to say to you, though, is because you're such a trooper, Enid, you always see the positive in things. You are a survivor, I will tell you that, okay? Because we've got the 4 of fire, which is always about happiness and pushing forward and looking at what your situations are and moving and trying to move forward, come hell or high water. And also, you've got the most positive card in the pack, Enid. So what I'm telling you is next year is going to be very fortuitous for you. The sun depicts the most stunning, positive manifesting of dreams and desires. So what I want to say to you is whatever you're thinking of doing, have confidence in yourself and do it. I just want to change a couple of things in your routine and bring a bit more colour into your life, darling, because you deserve it. He's ever watchful over you, your husband. I'll tell you that now. And do you know what he's just said to me? Is that I know it sounds awful, him saying he glad you went first, but he knew that he could not cope if it was you that had gone first. And I don't know if he's talking about the name May or the month of May, but May is definitely significant here. And he keeps showing me the number 18. So I don't know if it's the 18th of May or he's saying the 18th is a relevant date on another month, but he's bringing up the number 18. Numerology-wise, I'm going to stop drinking that bloody gin while I'm doing this. Numerology-wise, if you add that together, it's 9, which is a wonderful angel number, and it's 1 minus 10, which is completion. So you're doing well, but I just feel like there's a couple more things you could bring into your life to make you a bit more busier or happier or a bit more lively. I hope that makes sense for you, darling. Hang on a minute. Hi, Annie. You look amazing this evening. I'm watching on my big TV. Yes, we're TV stars again, darling. And Enid, I just want to give you this last message, which is Haniel, right? And did we not? And this is just synchronizing. Yeah, exactly. This is Archangel Haniel and Richard pulled Archangel Haniel.
There you go.
Okay, which is
100%.
manifesting desires. It's starting new things, new projects, and being excited about it. Okay, so Haniel is the angel you need to evoke, and basically here it's notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations. So it's not really about the moon cycle with you. However, it is backing up the moon. So, you know, I don't know who's disappointed you or who's created problems in your life. I absolutely feel it's a family member. Do you know what? Dust them down, let them get on with whatever energy they're in and move away from it, darling. You are so loved and looked after. He's not fully manifested himself in so I can get his inside leg measurement, your husband. What I do know is, though, is that he's definitely connected in here. And if I get any more information from him, I will come and let you know that. I don't know if he's still got his coat or there's still an item of clothing you keep of his. But it's acknowledging being close to this clothing for some reason, okay, my angel? And it's something about getting the garden finished. I don't know what that's about. Perhaps it's a joke between the two of you. So is there anything you want to add to Enid?
Just the need to move on with, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether she's looking for something else new in her career or there's some sort of...
I don't know it's about career. I don't think it's career. I think it's more hobby. Oh, my God, that made me bloody jump. It's the fireworks.
There's something new like that she needs to look into and she needs to push forward with it.
Or even it could also involve travel. Like, you know, I should go away and do weekends away. Perhaps you didn't want to do that on your own, or go and do a course, or come to one of our retreats.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice. So I hope that's okay, darlings. I'm going to love you and leave you, and hope that's okay for you, Enid. And God bless you. Let's have a look. Who are we next to now? Right. So glad. Hello, Jay Nui. So glad I remembered to sign in to watch you. Love the other night. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Joanne. Thanks, Joe.
I've got an old boy sitting next to me who really reminds me of Granddad. He just sit down, the energy sat down. He's very much like Granddad. Rena. Hello, sweetheart. We've got to do Rena. All right. Well, go on, do this spirit person. Rena, listen, because it must be for you. This spirit guy's coming in. He really reminds me of
moving house.
Oh, is it moving house you've got to do? Best decision you've made, darling. This is going to create so much change for you. When you're doing it, though, have a real good, do your research on the house that you're going to move into. It's really important that you get that right, because I feel there's a few bums there, a few bum houses, a few bad things there. So have a good look at what you're doing when you're moving, because I just felt like... Could be the moon influence. Yeah, you really need to sort of have a good look at what you're doing. Make sure you're checking for damp, all that sort of stuff. Just have a good look round, because I just had the real need for that. So... yeah, anyway, this old boy here really reminds me of, like, it's got a granddad energy. He's quite a tall old chap, and he definitely would have had mobility problems. And because it's granddad, I feel like he might be, again, up north, a bit like our guy the other night. I keep on getting the name like Ree. Did we just had someone like that, did we? You just have Rena. Oh, I wonder. Rena, do you know someone that's, do you recognise that description so far? And am I going to the bowel or the lower organs? Because I'm feeling, I don't know if it's kidneys or the lower organs around here, but it's like around the front and back. It's like a band down the lower part of the body that was creating the problems with him. And I don't know if there was a sepsis or a blood issue because of it, but there seems to be some problem with not filtering out the toxins of the body, okay? And I feel with this man, even though he was a loving person, a pat on the pat on the leg would mean I love you, as opposed to him cuddling you and kissing you all over. He was quite a strong sort of influence, but he's quite a strong person. He wouldn't really show his emotions that much, but like you say, he would be like, then you know you've done all right, you know. Is this making sense for you, Rena, at the moment? Get back to us, darling, and let us know so we're with the right person. And I know this is really... My granddad died of leukemia, but it was definitely not at all. Sometimes it might mean that he's got quite a big personality, quite a strong leukemia. No, I would have got leukemia. Hang on a minute, Rena. I think we were someone else. Michelle, did your granddad have like a Midlands or Northern accent? And did he have problems with the lower part of his bowels or renal failure? Oh, hang on a minute. I've got Martina. No, it's Martina. Right, darling. It's Martina. Hang on. Right, now, did he have a Midlands accent, or was he from up north? He was Scottish. Oh, no, that's Michelle. Hang on a minute. Oh, my God. Hang on a minute. Yeah, this feels more northern, definitely. I don't know. Martina, did your father-in-law have a northern accent or like Midlands? Did you have Norfolk? Would it be a bit like that? Yeah. Could be. Let's work it out. Outside as well? Because I feel like outside as well. Was it...
Yes, he went. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he did. Right, we are with you then, darling. Okay. Now, we don't need the cards for this.
Straight away, straight away I got flowers. There's either birthday just gone or coming up. So there's definitely that coming in because I've just got my flowers been given.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Darling, I don't know if there's anybody else that's passed over to the spirit world, but he's walking in and saying, I've got a surprise for you. Now, I don't know if this is because of the birthday or anniversary that Richard's just mentioned, but he's saying, just wait a minute, because I'm going to bring someone to you, okay? But I can't see who he's bringing through. So he's trying to do us all, keeping us in suspenders, to be honest with you, isn't he? Right, and I don't know, I can't see her. I'm just waiting for him to come through. There's a black and white collie running around, and I don't know if this is one of his old dogs, but they're showing me Grandad and Nan's dog, Cookie. Yeah. So there's that dog going along there as well, okay? Recently, I don't know if you've had a knocking at the window or a tapping or something's hit the window and you've put it down to normality, but someone was trying to get your attention, darling. I really feel this time of year is relevant, especially coming up for Christmas. Darling, he's bringing a girl in. He's bringing a little girl in. Your father-in-law is bringing a little girl in, and that's a surprise. There's a woman that's quite shapely next to him that's really chuffed because they're managing to manifest this little girl through. Now, I don't know if she's...
Right, okay.
Is this right? Oh, she's right. Written, oh my God. Right, don't tell me anything, darling. Let us do the work, okay, sweetheart? Now, I don't know if she's like 3, 4, I'm rubbish. My girl. Oh, my God. This is your daughter, darling. God bless your father-in-law. Okay, darling, let's have a little look. She's really cheeky. And, you know, she reminds me of Jess when she was a little one. She's like a little fairy girl. Yeah. She's like all tinkly and fairy and unicorny. So but she's only a little one. What is that? 3, 4?
Yeah.
Is that your daughter?
She's 3, yeah.
Get in. Come on, darling. Come on, darling.
She's a very clever little girl as well.
Very cheeky. Yeah. I don't know if I've got dimples, but I'm very cheeky and I'm very pink. Do you know what though? I feel for her age. I can't because I'm not a mum. I don't know about 3-year-olds, right? But she seems to be really cheeky and knew how to manipulate people, but in a really funny, cheeky way. You know, she's very grown up for her age. A real old soul. This little girl. Is this making sense, Rich?
Yeah.
Yeah. So cheeky. That's what I've got. Okay, hang on.
So cheeky.
Darling, was there something wrong with her head area or a brain or a back? It's not meningitis, is it?
I don't know. I've got problems down here, around the back here.
Yeah, but you sure that's not still the father-in-law?
I don't know, but I'm feeling this round here.
Right, there is definitely an anniversary.
Yeah.
It was a brain, was it, or a meningitis thing or something? Her head. Right, I thought it was. Okay, darling. So yeah, she's going, don't talk to mummy about that because that's what she doesn't like. Okay, you spoke to her in the last few days, darling, because she's saying mummy spoke to me and I spoke to her, but she can't hear me. Okay, she thinks it's really funny. Okay, she's acknowledging your husband, and I don't know if you've got 2 other children, but she's just blown 2 kisses, and that's on a sibling level. So I don't know if you've got like a son and a daughter, but she's blowing these 2 kisses to these other 2 children. Do you understand this? And I also feel as well that I don't know if you've moved home or you've changed where you are, but you were worried she wouldn't be able to find you. So I don't understand that. I don't know if you went on holiday and thought, God, would she be able to come with us? But she's like with you all the time. You're going to get pulls on the clothing. You're going to get breezes around your lap area. You're going to feel a tingling sensation on your lap area. That's how children and babies, and this is for everybody that's lost children and babies, and I'm sorry you have, but this tingling sensation is what you get because they're almost sitting on your lap. You know, and I'm getting it at the moment. Okay, she's got what?
Brother and sister.
Get in. Well done, little girl. Well done.
I've got a name yet. Someone passing as well, Randy, because I've just got silver.
There is definitely some sort of anniversary because that's why she's down at the moment. So I don't know if it's a birthday or it's actually connected with her. Definitely. Darling, does her name begin with an M? Because don't tell me her name. Please don't tell me her name. She keeps doing an M like McDonald's, but it's pink and sparkly. And can I ask you, did you bury it? Oh, she's told me the name, Megan. Yeah. Well, I got the M. I was going to try and get the rest of it, darling. Okay. But I don't know if she was laid to rest in like a pink suit or something really feminine and fairy-like. But she's at the moment, she's running around in like, do you know, like Juicy Couture, right? Like matching, but it's all pink. It's all like pink and sparkly. She's really, really happy. I'll tell you that now. There is nothing in this world I can do to replace the absolute heart-rending grief that you and your family must go through. Okay, there's absolutely no way that I can do that. And she's saying there's an N name. I don't know if it's Neil, but it's not Neil. There's a Neil name or something. Okay, and there's also a song that you used to sing to her that you've sung to the other kids, or it's come up recently and reminded you. There seems to be her. Who is it? Neil. Who is Neil, darling? Because she keeps saying, say about Neil. Stepdad. Okay. So this is going to be, so this was her dad's, so this is dad for your children now, who is dad. Basically, she sees him as dad. Yeah. Does that make sense, Neil? Okay. I don't know if Neil has seen spooky things, but he feels a bit more skeptical to me. I don't know why. But then he's kind of getting his head around it, because I've got a feeling that Megan, I really wish I'd got that name and not the M. It would have been so much better. But this is what I'm saying. Even though it's not biological, he is dad. It's as simple as that. But I keep feeling that either she creates phenomena, or there's things that have happened that, make him go, wow, do you know what? We know she's in heaven and she visits. Yeah, I thought so. And also, can you show him this? Because she loves him. And I know that they would have had a really good bond. And he's done the best he can with this, because I think this nearly ripped you up to pieces when this happened, to be honest with you, okay? There's the odd giggle that happens. She will move things as well. Very common phenomenon of children and babies. They will asport things, okay? Which means that they will pick up your personal belongings, whether it's an earring, a brush, remote control. Well, not so much remote control. That's more adults, and put it somewhere else, okay? So I don't know if you think, I absolutely know 100% that I left that there and that'll be moved, and she'll be there going, because she's done it, okay? If you are ever in the bath or in the shower, listen for whispers. See if you get any breezes, because she loves water and connecting through a water situation. So if you're on holiday laying in the sea, or you swimming pool, you start thinking of her, that's when you're going to get a close connection to her, which is really unusual. But she's very, very informative. She's an old soul. She chose to go up. You've had this in your soul contract, but she knows how to work it and bring it back down here. She absolutely loves animals. I tell you that. Real elemental, really reminds me of Jess, right? And she loves animals, and she's got this dog that's got long hair, right? And she's patting it, and I don't know if it's an Alsatian, but I can just see the back and the side, and she's going like that, going, I play with him all the time. I assume he's one of your dogs that's passed over, but she's very, very happy. One of her main, God, she's got so much to tell me. I've got to move on a minute. Is that also Kate or Katie? Because I keep hearing that name. And also she's saying, look out for the rainbows, mummy, right? So if you see pictures of rainbows, or you keep seeing rainbows forming in front of you, I'm telling you now, one of her synchronicities is rainbows, okay? And that goes for Neil as well. I need to go and turn the heating off, because I'm dripping sweat down my back, which none of you want to know, and it's not very... Right, okay, can you turn the heating off, and can you let Teddy out, please? Because I think he wants to go out, and be quick. I hope you don't go wondering, because our fence blew down last night. What a nightmare. Is that your sister, darling? Darling, is your daughter doing she's saying, I help her, and she's showing me her doing sums or writing.
I was going to ask, actually, is one of your children got problems with learning, or learning difficulties at the moment or something? I wonder if I'm still in that same energy, but I just keep on feeling that, I don't know if it's a boy has got learning difficulties, something like that. Can you let me know if I'm in your energy, or whether someone else has just come in? Because
you can't believe this. Why, darling? This is what we do. This is what we do, sweetheart. And do you know what? Your beautiful, clever, wonderful little girl, who's led by her granddad, okay, has come in to tell you that she's with you. She's present with you, but she's helping one of your children. I'm sure it's your daughter. I could be wrong. With learning something, or perhaps she finds it hard to do sums, but she's saying, I do help her, mummy. And she's going like it's. I've just seen her in my mind's eye going, I do help her though, mummy. And she's like looking so sincere with this beautiful angelic face. She's bloody adorable. And I can't tell you how much she's around you. Your daughter has learning difficulties.
Yeah,
well done, darling. I was trying to work it out and you smashed it. That's because you're a dad.
Yeah.
So you can tune in more to the kids' energies. Because all I could see was her saying, I do help her. And that, bless her little heart, she helps her to try and get her head around everything. You know, she'll just whisper inspiration into her consciousness, and then she'll start getting it
honestly more. I think what it is, I think when she's interested in something, she can do it. It's when she's really interested in her energies in it, then she's much better at learning. It's just getting her on that right thing and actually finding the right tools to get her to learn as well. I think she's going to smash it as she gets a bit older. To be honest.
She feels a bit of an indigo child, so it feels like she's sick of doing bloody society's rules.
Yeah.
She's going to be a little minxter. She's not going to be a bad girl as she grows up, but you'll find her she loves her own space. You know, she's quite happy to be on her own, and she doesn't like rules and regulations and being told what to do. And she certainly doesn't like doing human conditioning, like having to learn, having to do an exam. You know, when she gets older, having to do a driving test, having to do this, she's going to be like, no, I don't want to do that. She will do it though. She's very clever. Does she get a little bit anxious as well around when there's too many people and that around her as well? Because I feel there's a little bit of anxiety there as well with her. It's horrible. Something so you want it to hurry up, don't you? Sometimes. I know.
But anyway, I feel it's just getting the right things for her, right learning process for her, and then she'll smash it. I think
I don't think you have to worry. There is definitely some form of anniversary though that she keeps saying. That's why I'm down here, silly.
Definitely.
That's why I'm down here, silly. And when she manifests herself, sometimes children that pass over, this is for everybody now, they'll either come through the time the age they pass, or they may show themselves the age they would be on the earth plane. Yeah. So don't ever think, what the hell is a 21-year-old girl standing in my doorway or visited in my dreams doing? They may sometimes project how they would have looked.
Sometimes they do both. I've had a man.
But she looks a lot like you, mummy.
They had a 40-year-old man come in with a 7-year-old, but he died when he was 7. He would have been 40 on the day. So that's how he did it.
It's clever, isn't it? Have you got a fireman in your family?
You're spot on. She has, Asperger's. So I think
she has Asperger's. Yeah.
So she's definitely, like I say, as soon as she's tuned in to the thing, she wants to. Do you know, it's funny because I've had a lot of this lately. It's all happens synchronistically. When she's tuned in, she's clever. She's clever. She's intelligent. She's very intelligent. And like we say, it's the indigo child thing. We've been getting it. It's the same today. The readings today for me, weren't they?
Right, hang on a minute. She's saying, you're listening to it, silly. She's just said to me. She means the fireworks. There was something connected around November the 5th, or you may have even done fireworks in her memory. But I'm telling you, it's the fireworks. She's going, it's them. It's those, silly.
Yeah.
She's calling me silly. I'm like, do you know what? I spoke to better spirit people than you, young lady. I'm only joking.
She's lovely.
She's an absolute sweetie, and I honestly feel that because we've opened this connection up with you and Neil tonight, that you're going to be getting this lovely, lovely connection with her even more now. So, okay, it's almost like, you know, you've done the grieving, you've settled down into life, but she's like, well, no, because I'm still about, and at the moment my legs are tingling, like I've got lemonade poured all over them. Okay, please take the love of this beautiful child, and I've got a feeling. She's singing Ring a Ring of Roses at the moment. I've got a feeling that she is not going to be going very far. So I think she might be like interfering with our readings because she's giggling and holding up her tiny little chubby fingers. I want to eat. And I really do feel like she's going to be interfering with connections. Also, there's a ring, right? A tiny little silver ring. And I don't know if it's a little heart in the middle.
Say that little heart on it.
Yeah. What's the ring with the heart on it, darling?
It's got pink on it as well.
Because I don't know if there's a pink stone in it, or I don't know if your daughter wears this, or you gave it with Megan when she. I don't know what it is, but she's saying don't forget to talk about the ring.
Yeah.
Okay, unless it's gone mysteriously missing. And that she's trying to say that was me that nicked it. I don't know, but there is definitely a connection with the ring. Okay, darling. Please take love from your father-in-law. If anything, I feel like he wanted to come in to bring your beautiful daughter through and was just giving her the confidence and that extra, kick of energy to walk through. I don't know if it's your mum or Neil's mum, but there was definitely another woman. But this was like, no, she was so giving. She's going, no, you bring the little one through because that's what we're here for, okay? So know that she's safe, she's well, she's looked after. For God's sake, let me know what the fireworks on November the 5th represents.
They always have them for her, she said. They always fireworks at her house for her.
Oh, you have fireworks for her?
I think I've done a reading for Martina in the past, actually.
I can't think at the moment because I'm focused on this. If at the end of the day, if we have spoke to you before, we know it's totally relevant now because what we're doing is centering on what our work. Okay, so please don't think we're being rude if we don't acknowledge you and go, oh hello, I remember you from where, because we can't do that because we're up with them. Okay, darlings. So please take her beautiful, beautiful love, and please let me know what sign she brings you because she's going to work really hard. I'm telling you now, because now she's made you aware, nothing's going to stop her. So God bless
One more
you,
thing before
and
she
sorry
goes.
for your loss, for that beautiful
One more
baby
thing
girl. I
before
don't
we
know how you
go.
got through it. I don't know.
She's just bought me like a book for your daughter, and it's a specific book. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like, I'm trying to get the picture on the front of it. Feels a little bit like Alice in the Looking Glass or something like that. But she's bought a book for her, so that's the last thing that she's done. So there you go. I hope that makes sense.
Of course it will, darling. Pocket Rocket Emma, as I said, it come through.
Oh yeah.
Rocket. Let's have a look. Hang on a minute. Who do you feel drawn to? Not yet, Wayne, for some reason. Okay. Faye.
Oh, hang on. What about that lady?
Faye,
that we
can
saw
I?
in the shop the other day? We need to do one.
Vix, are you online yet, darling? Because we promised you a reading. It was so fun. We went for lunch in Brixham, and then this lady went, "Oh my God, it's Nick and Richard. It's Nicky and Rich." We went, "Hi." She goes, "I watched you on Facebook last night." I thought, "Oh, how lovely is that?" So we promised to give her a reading after we had a chat with her. And let's see if she's about. Okay.
A memory book. There you go.
A memory book. I'll just do a little high five for that. We're so pleased it makes sense for you, Martina.
Brilliant.
Faye, was it you that just said about the doorbell ringing and there's nobody there? I had this with my dad. He used to do it on the anniversary of his passing every year. And as a skeptic, I checked the workings of it. I checked that people weren't setting it off elsewhere, and it wasn't. It was him. In the end, it got so outrageous that I had to remove the box off the wall every year because he just kept ding-donging it. I was happy to begin with. And do you know what was even more amazing was he played the Westminster bell chimes on the bell, and I didn't even have that setting on it. Ding, 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 ding. Didn't even have the setting on it.
Did that?
Yeah.
Did you know when we used to sit out in the
When I was
garden
at
and listen to the church bells? And
In
that's
Rayleigh.
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, there you go. That's
Yeah.
why that's the wow.
So
okay.
should we try Faye?
Yeah, do you know what? I've just had a bloke sit next to me, and he looks just like Uncle Tony from Coventry.
We're going straight to Spirit again.
Yeah,
All right, go on then.
but he just looks like him. So the name is like it's either Tony or this.
Oh my God, is this why I mentioned the fireman? Because Tony's a fireman.
Because Tony's a fireman.
Right, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
So, and I feel like it could be the name as well, to be honest, but it's quite good. He's just changing around a little bit now. Now, this guy would have had hair on the side, but not much on the top. Are you with me with this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he would have had hair, not much here, but a bit on top. And do you know what? It might have been even a bit scruffy on the side here. I don't think he really made an effort with it, if you know what I mean. It might have stuck out.
Is it Jim? Is the name Jim?
Oh, it's quite a slim. It's not a big fat bloke or anything like that.
Do you smoke as well?
I ain't got that far.
Sorry, because I can see smoking. And do you know what? There is a sadness, as in, I don't know if there's a suicide connection here or there's depression, but there's a low energy connecting around this man. And I wonder if he actually took himself over.
Yeah.
But I see him older than Tony?
I think he did take himself because
In a car, was it?
They've just shown me.
Was it exhaust? Right,
okay.
okay.
Actually, my chest is burning at the moment, so that's quite possible.
I don't know if this is carbon monoxide ingestion or there's some impact, but there's some or drowning. I don't know what it is.
Is that your dad, Lindsay?
Is that your dad, Lindsay? No. It's Kirsty. I don't. This is definitely someone that took himself. I'm afraid because he definitely comes through with that energy.
Lindsay, yes, it's your dad. Okay.
Yes. Okay, Lindsay. Can I just check something? I'm sorry to actually go over the dynamics, but spirit people always bring up how they parted from the world, and it isn't. It's one thing I've actually asked them to say to us. How did you leave this place? Because it's one of our last memories, isn't it? We always say, "Yeah, my dad died. He died of." Yeah, my mum died, she died of. And so they kind of bring it through. Can I ask, was it like a monoxide breathing in? Was it car? Or am I getting that wrong because of the smoking? I just feel like I'm breathing in smoke or I'm burning. Like you know, does that make sense to you?
Suicide in his car.
He committed suicide in his car. I thought, I'm so desperately sorry for you, darling. And sorry, but is there someone called Max that connects to you? Or, no, sorry, go and do your bit a minute.
Do you know what? The first thing, and it sounds a bit sort of corny, but the first thing he got with me, as soon as he came into my energy, was a massive need to just say sorry. And I feel that he felt like he was a burden to a lot of people before he passed anyway.
Yes.
And he felt like it was too much because this depression was deep-seated, and I think it's quite visible as well. Sometimes people hide it, don't they, their depression and that, but he didn't feel like he did that. He felt like he kind of showed it because he couldn't help it, if you know what I'm saying.
I know.
Also, was he quite secluded? Was he quite on his own with
yes. Had he left your mum or was away from the family? Because there's that sense of loneliness. But can I just say to you, darling, that he did, I thought so. Yeah. And Lindsay, can I say to you, Angel, that he really did try. You know, he really did try. He had depression. This was ongoing for many years. And I don't know if there's like addiction, like alcohol or something like that, but he just couldn't get out of the darkness. And he did try, Linz. Right, this wasn't just everybody and that's it. No. It really was a massive. I just can't do this anymore.
He had manic depression. It's not just.
It's like a real
chemical depression thing.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't just one event
depression.
that sent him over. Yeah. It was literally he's fighting all his life just to stay positive. Right, this goes. There is definitely someone called Jimmy, and if it isn't Jim, it's going to be obviously James. You know, Jamie, because it's so different. But I keep seeing that name come up, and I don't know what this.
It's a bit. Sometimes we get like a double reading thing, Faye. So.
It could be Faye, but this is
split.
It might split onto you in a minute, Faye, but we definitely have got Lindsay's dad at the moment. Lindsay, well, I don't know if there's Maximilian, I don't know if this is a dog's name, I don't know if it's a bloke's name, but I just keep seeing MAX, unless it means something to you, I don't know why, but I keep seeing that connection as well. And I don't know if he also smoked as well, but I've got him sitting in this green Draylon. It's like a deep green Draylon high back chair, and he's just sitting there going,
he hardly ever would be out of his pajamas, to be honest.
I just don't see him ever feeling amazing, and then something happened to make him feel like. I think he was just born like it, darling. Does that make sense for you? But he tried so hard, and it's not that he didn't love you or care about the family. Every single day, because he's still smoking now. I know that he loves his fags. And yellow here, but every single day, darling, was a chore for him to wake up. Yeah. Right, it was every day for him to get through a day was horrific.
Can I start something? Lindsay, did he actually have an illness as well, not just depression? So I feel like he had a physical illness as well. So I'm wondering if it was to do with the smoking and that as well, because I've got physical illness as well. It might be one of the things where he sort of pulled himself back from it as well, because I feel like he has got some sort of physical illness as well as the depression.
Thank you, Becky.
What's that?
No, she's just saying that it's the first time she's watched this and it's amazing to watch. I just want to say thank you. Does that make sense, Linz?
Not that I know, she says.
Right, okay.
I feel there was something else going on with him, to be honest. I did drink and it killed him constantly, exactly. Every day was a chore. Yeah. So I think we might split with this.
Before we will go over to you in a minute, Faye, darling.
Does the name Tony make any sense? Because I'm really getting shouted at Tony. So that might go with Faye, or it might go back with Lindsay. But Tony's really being shouted at me. So we'll see. Anyway, where was we going with him?
Hang on. Darling, did you put a letter in with him at his funeral in the coffin, or did you write a letter or a card to him?
Oh, granddaughter is Tony. There you go.
Granddaughter is Tony.
Okay.
Well done, darling. Well done. Yeah. Well, I shit out on Jim, didn't I?
You might have done, yeah.
Rubbish.
No, Jim might be with Faye, to be honest.
No, let's see. Jim is definitely being mentioned. Jim, James, Jamie, I'm telling you, that's another name. And that Max is doing my bloody head in. I don't know what that's about, right? But what I want to say to you is he's showing me, he's opening a card. And when he does that, sometimes it can mean a birthday, but it doesn't feel like that for me. It feels like he wants you to know that he heard what you had to say, right? And some of it was angry because you had the right ump with him after he passed. And when you found out, selfish, the anger, or what you put me and us and mum through. So I assume there are 2 other siblings or 3 others. He's counting 3 people that have been affected by this. And there's also this feeling of you raging about it. Then you felt guilty for being horrible because you knew that he had this massive depression. But then you thought, well, why didn't he sort himself out then? For Christ's sake, didn't he love us enough? And you've been through these ups and downs. And I know this isn't a recent passing, but it's still part of that soul connection you've got of feeling this rage sometimes and the feeling of loss and the abandonment that's gone in place with your dad. Now, I'm just going to do something. I'm going to speak to Jeremiah because I want to now see your dad now. He's been showing us his disposition before he passes, before he made his choice to go back home. And I want to see what he looks like now, because I want to now have your vision connected with him as a positive one, so that you can now start this spiritual connection with him, which is going to be my next book, all about this. And And basically what's going to happen is that I want you to now, when I set the visualization up for you, when you think of your dad, rather than all of this trauma and pain and anger that's gone on in the past, he's talking about February. I don't know if he did it February, but he's acknowledging February, okay? And also I want the second, and I don't know, has anybody got any skin conditions with your family? So I keep itching my hands, and I don't know if it's a stress-related thing, but I've got that. Sorry to say that I'm just chucking it all out there because they're working with me magnificently, but I want to just work out. Peter also is relevant, the name Peter.
My birthday and his birthday.
It's yours and his birthday. Is it the 12th connected with that? Because at the moment I'm seeing nothing but 1111 and 222, but he's meshed them together. So I don't know if I want 21 or 12, but I keep seeing that 2s and 1s, okay? Right, Richard can just fill in the next bit. I just need to go and I'm just blending with Jeremiah as we speak. And I want to see what your dad is doing now in the spirit world so that I can give you a vision of what he's actually created that he really always yearned for, but never got down here, sweetheart. Okay. So hang on there. Go on then, Rich.
See, I feel like he wants to go back to when you was around 12, to be honest. It's when you was around that sort of age, because I feel like that was a better time for everybody. And I think that even then he had problems, but it's gradually got worse as he's got older. It got it got very hard for everybody, and I feel like it's his decision really in the end to sort of get out and to go on his own. But there definitely was something else wrong with him, I feel, before he passed, not just
well, he might not have told you. He might have been even given something that said that it would never get rid of it, or they've said that he might never get rid of this condition.
Something like that.
Right. I've just asked Jeremiah to show me what reality we've created. For all of your information, darling, for everybody, sorry, I know I'm mumbling a bit, but I've got spirit people all around me everywhere, and I'm just finding it really hard to actually vocally talk as a human because I feel like I'm half up there and half down here. For all of you that lost people and are all up in the spirit world, what happens is they create a reality. So think of the thing that you love the most. I am so going to be sitting with the love of my life on a Caribbean beach, and now and then just pop in for a cheeky dive. Done. That is me. So as soon as I snuff it, right, I'll get run over by a bus. If someone says to Richard, oh, I've got a really cheeky gobby girl here, and she's diving and she's sitting with the love of life on a nice white powdery beach, you go, that's my sister. Can you see? We create a realities that we absolutely adore doing down on the earth plane. One of the things that I feel like he got, I don't know if he got strength from nature or by the sea, but he's currently, and I don't know if this is a memory going back, right? But he's walking on this beach, right? And there's a little slope going up with like little clumps of grass, right? You know, like seagrass. And then there's houses backing up to it, like, you know, like sea houses that are like a bloody Kilter wherever that was. And he walks along smoking his fag, but it's not a hot sunny day. He's not in his like trunks or any shorts, but he's walking along with trousers on, rolled up shirt. It's quite a blustery day, and he's just letting me feel like he's at peace. The wind's blowing. Where is it? Breen Sands. Oh my God! Do you know, I swear on Richard, mine, and these dogs' life, right? I used to take Teddy. Shush. I used to take my dogs to Breen Sands when I lived in Somerset, right? And I swear on everything I've got, right, that I was picturing me walking along Breen Sands. Now, do you know when you come into the car park and you turn left and you've got those slopes going up with the tufts of grass and you've got the houses? That's exactly what I was bloody describing. Holy shit, why didn't I just say it? This is a learning curve for all those mediums out there. If I just said Breen Sands, I would have saved myself 5 minutes and it would have been even more impactful.
Yeah, you just got to say it.
Jesus Christ, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Where I used to walk with Jay, right?
Yeah.
So Breen Sands, right? So imagine him walking along with a fag, with a shirt rolled up, and he's got darker trousers on, and he's just walking along saying, I feel free, I feel at peace. The only thing I could possibly say to you is, and sorry isn't enough, the only thing I could possibly say to you is that everything that I wanted to be, hang on a minute.
It gets you like that, doesn't it? So much love that you get.
Everything that I wanted to be for you and the others, I can be now. So when you see me, please think of this place and please think that I'm at peace and I'm the strongest that I ever wanted to be, and I'm now a proper dad. Okay, I'm sorry. Hang on a minute. So if you could try and change your energy, darling, to it's really got me as well.
I know, it's...
If you could change your energy to just see him as some sort of hero now, he would really appreciate that. Okay. I don't know what it's got me. It might be because of Dad. I don't know, but he's really trying hard to guide you. It's freezing cold this side.
Yeah.
He's really trying hard to be the strength that he wished he was throughout the whole of his life, and he wasn't. And he no longer feels a failure, but he did down here, and he doesn't anymore. And he wants to say sorry to the pain he caused your mum, the upsets, the letdowns, the lies, the secrets. And it's so far from him now, and he wants you to know that he brings you nothing but strength, love, and guidance. Can you just step back a bit, darling, please? And I'm sure there's also either Anne or Andy, okay, that connects in with this. And I'm going to leave his love with you because I'm going to end up losing it because he really, 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 really feels like he's smashed a whole family to pieces, and he doesn't want to feel like that anymore. Okay, so if you can find it in your heart to forgive him and love him and think of him with strength, he will guide you and help you all the way, just like our dad does.
Mum is Enid Miller.
Okay?
Oh, wow. Because we've been Enid, wouldn't we?
Oh, my God, Enid. Jesus Christ, are you joking me?
I've got someone coming already.
Lindsay and Enid, God bless you. And Enid, my God, you've been through it. And you know, the weird thing is how different he looked when he came through, and how gentle and how nice he was, Enid, when he came through the first time, because he's trying to show you that's who he is now. And then for your daughter, you couldn't make this up. How many people are watching this? And we've got the daughter.
Yeah.
Right? And so he's now come through showing what happened on the earth plane, because that's what your daughter needed to know. And he's come through to you, showing you the man that he wants to be now. Enid, Jesus Christ, well, he's just made me feel about what he put you through. You are the most strongest, most beautiful soul in this earth plane, and you deserve every happiness you want to get. I do feel you are soulmates, and I do feel that you'll be walking into the arms of someone that's going to be so different from the person that you had on this earth plane that it's going to absolutely smash you to pieces with surprise, love, and happiness.
That's amazing how that's linked up.
And how amazing is it
Wow.
that man came through and changed his image,
just
changed his image to get in to see his daughter.
That's just amazing.
He showed himself younger. Oh my God, you couldn't make it up.
Day, doesn't it?
So thank you, girls. 2 for the price of 1 there.
I've got a lady here. Sorry, darling.
Go on.
I've got a lady here, and she sat down next to me, and she reminds me for some reason. Remember, Beetlejuice?
Oh yeah.
You know, with the woman in the afterworld where she smokes and comes out of her throat. So this woman there was something wrong with her throat, definitely. Right. I think she was a bit of a smoker.
Is it Peggy or Margaret?
Like something like come out. I don't know if she had, larynx done or something like that, but I think she might have had cancer of the throat or something like that, and it spread. I've got either Michelle or Shelley or Shell, that sort of name, with her as well. Oh, what else she got? And she says that she's round the little girl as well. So she's round.
Kaylee White, well. Peggy, my nan. Right. Did she have a problem with her throat, sweetheart, or esophageal area going down to the brachial bits?
Yeah.
Thank you, Angie. Yes, get brilliant. In.
And
Peggy.
She says she's round the little girl a lot. She's always round the little girl a lot, and she's always hugging her, and she's always looking after her. Does this make sense to you as well? If this is your daughter, or
and you see, you're good with the kids.
Your
daughter.
There you go.
Oh, you're such a little star burger, Richardo.
She absolutely adores her. Do you know what? Your daughter has actually seen her as well. I mean, and we're going back a little bit as well, and she's actually seen that, and she sort of stops and she's like stares, and everyone's like, "What are you looking at?" And she's like, "It's because she's there for her."
Come here, because you're really getting on her tits.
Also, I don't know if you've had things like you feel like the bottom of the bed has gone down and things like that, because that's when she's sitting down. You keep an eye on the feed for me, so I'm not sure of her. Because she says that she sits on the bottom of the bed and you can feel the bed go down. I can feel it. I can know that's happening. So she's around quite a lot. Go on. Is there an issue? What's that?
Do you know what we need to do? We need to get someone to read the feed, because I'm talking to her as well, and I've got things to say.
Yeah.
Sorry if we not keep looking at the side, but we need to look at response and all the rest of it, okay?
Is there an issue around school or something at the moment? Are you changing schools or something, or has there something happened at school or something like that? I just feel that something's going on there. I feel like that you've had to visit it and sort it out. Kaylee, was issues at school? There you go.
Right, what is it, bullying, or was there issues with peer pressure going on there? Because she's acknowledging that. Can you just go on that, because you're good, because you're a dad? But can I say to you, with your
yes, bullying.
With Peggy, right? Bullying. I thought it was.
Yeah, it felt like
but it feels like we're coming out of it. However, I know that you're very aware that it could potentially happen again. So you're feeling a bit jittery about it, okay? And so is your daughter. Yeah. And the thing is because she's clever and bright and she's an attractive girl, you know, I feel like she's got real issues.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's been dealt with properly by the school.
That's what I'm saying. I still feel there's like ups and downs.
It doesn't feel like
I think you haven't got closure on it, darling. So I don't know if there needs to be MP involvement, because you know at the moment that all of these anti-bullying things that are going on in society at the moment, they take it really seriously. And can I say something else? With Peggy, do you understand? And with Peggy, right, I don't know if she used to say things a bit out of turn or she wouldn't take any nonsense. But it seems like I'd bloody go in there and I'd smack people. Do you know what I mean?
She was a bit like that. I would have just gone in there.
How dare you do that with my granddaughter or whatever?
That would have happened in my day. We would have just gone down there and walloped her.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like
that's the thing. And is there Alec or Alex connected around this? Right. Okay. And also, it's because that people don't like that she's just a naturally nice girl and people are attracted to her. So the bullies are that's why they've got us. Soul, yeah, and so she's quite an older soul, your daughter, darling. Yeah. I'm sure there's something like Alec or Alex connecting there. Can you just confirm that for us, sweetheart, as we go? Oh, it's Amelia.
A little bit out.
No. I'm sensing the name Amelia. Yeah. Amelia. There is another name that is also like that. Alex, Alexis, Alice, Alec, keep getting that bloody name. I don't know if it's to do with one of the school people or not, but what I'm going to say to you is, would you understand that about Peggy as well? Because I feel like I've got a really strong personality. And it's almost like she's looking out for her, you know, and I know that's not a great comfort because you've had a nightmare with this. They're just taking the piss because at the end of the day, they're not listening to you properly. And it's almost like it's being swept under the carpet because nobody wants us to be known as a bullying school. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know what, get over it and sort it out because these kids are little...
Do you know what? I don't feel like it's just one kid though. I feel like
that's what I'm saying. They're little shits.
They're little shit. There's a boy there, definitely. He's a proper little shit. I don't know if he's a chubby little boy. But I just feel that there's this little boy there that's a right pain in the ass as well. But the thing is, I get a feeling that your daughter is...
Joanne, be patient. Sorry.
Your daughter's going to... Yes, boy, thank you. I feel that she's going to overcome this anyway in her own right later on as well. But I will be honest with you, I don't feel like it's actually going to stop at the moment. So you do need to put your foot down and get down there and sort it out, because I don't think this boy really listens to authority. And to be honest, I don't think he listens to his mum and dad, to be honest.
To be honest, I don't think
what I mean?
There's much kind of responsibility going on there, if you know what I'm saying, in the family. Yeah. And what I will say to you as well is that I've totally forgotten because she's told me something else now. Hang on. Yeah.
He lives with the nan. There you go. So he's not getting that. To be, I know this sounds funny, and me saying about, you know, people think that bullies are nasty and all that lot. To be honest, it's kind of not his fault, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, that's really sweet, Claire. Because it's the way he's been brought up, really. He's had his own
That's trouble. What I'm saying.
So it's not really him.
There's a really broken family
there. It feels like there's a need for him to learn, say, like a social services kind of intervention, because I don't think things are going to get better with him. So, or something like that, where something's sorted out so that he can learn morals and how to deal with things himself. But away from all that lot, you need to sort of look into it a little bit more and make sure it doesn't happen again.
And I feel like because there's other people involved that he's like, you know, centering his anger and his desperation on, it's going to come to fruition anyway. Yeah. Also, I don't know if there's a November anniversary connected around you, Peggy, or your daughter, but I want to go to November. So, we're in November now. Yeah, I was you going to say November?
Do you know what? Because I just had something like an event come up.
And also, can I say, for some reason I'm seeing a church, so I don't know if there's been a birth, there's going to be a christening, or there's going to be a wedding, but I can see a church, right? And that normally depicts some sort of event coming up. That feels more New Year. And also, this is a really good, even though it's very, very difficult for little, I don't know if you call her Millie. I want to call her that. It's really sweet. But what I want to say to you is that this is going to stand her very well when she gets older. And even though it's difficult now, she's going to become almost a pioneer because of this. Yes. And I don't mean she's going to like rule the anti-meals. That's it. I didn't think Amelia felt right. But I just feel like she will either absolutely soar with what she does in a work environment or whatever she does, because she will not take any of this crap and she won't have it in a workplace. And I think you're going to have a really strong woman on your hands there with a sense of purpose and drive, and she won't allow anybody to be bullied or be a victim of anything.
Are you actually thinking about taking her out and putting her in a different school or something at the moment? So I feel like that would change the location.
I'm just going to get some more water.
Can you get me some as well, please?
I'm drinking it like a drinky thing.
I know, same here. I feel like there's that as well going on. Also, what's that? Yes, okay. Yeah, okay. Let me have a little look, see if that's a good idea for you. I do feel, I don't know if you've already spoken to someone there and you kind of connected with one of the teachers there or something, but I do feel that's quite good actually for you. I don't know if there's a female teacher who seems quite nice, but I know that she teaches quite fair but firmly, and I feel like she's the right person for her. I don't know if you understand who this teacher is, but it makes sense to me. Definitely. So this move to the other schools sounds quite good to me. What else we got? Okay. Yes, her pastor. Oh, there you go. So there you go. So yeah, I do feel like it's a good move to do that. Actually, I think getting away from the situation is probably the best thing you can do at the moment. Also, is there? Right, do you know what? I keep on seeing that birthday written up in pink. Is there like a birthday? I know it's really close as well. I feel real close sort of birthday. Did we say this just now, or celebration or something? Really close.
Yeah, November.
It's really close. It is. I can feel it. I keep on seeing it, and it's written up in pink for some reason. So I don't know if it's to do with girls or what.
I've got a new link. So you finish this one because I've got fate.
Yes, it was Mum's yesterday.
It was Mum's yesterday. How far down there are you in a corner?
High five.
I know. 5'6", as Darren says. Right. Okay. So we wish you all the best with meals. Yeah. And again, if there's any, yeah, hang on a minute, darling. Hang on a minute. I'm coming. Jesus, Faye, your dad's a bit.
It's water.
Right. Yeah. All I can say is we'll wish you love and strength with this, and keep your foot down. And hang on a minute. Very quickly, very quickly.
I feel that you'll be moving that, to be honest.
Oh my God, one's just.
Excuse me.
Remember who you are. Oh my God, and we have him for the first time in the night. Archangel Michael. So basically, you're a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. So basically, when you're getting remember who you are, is standing your ground. Remember your strengths, right? And don't let corporate people make it, put you down or be condescending. Okay, this is basically what you need to be doing. Is going down there and going, right, this is a situation. You are going to allow my child to move from a school because you're not dealing with someone that needs help, a child that needs help. So yeah, let's have a little look at the newspapers for that then, shall we? Let's have a little look at the local MP.
They are so flaky. They don't do shit, do they, these people?
No, it's absolutely disgusting.
Energy. It's a little bit like,
I know, darling.
It'll sort itself out.
You've got Peggy and that other bloke rowing now. So what I want to say is, one, she's okay, I've got you. One is that you've got her standing in force, trying to protect and inspire you during this situation. And I'm telling you now, she's going to come out stronger. You're not going to have a broken child from this, I assure you. Okay. Now, Faye, your dad has just pushed him because he was trying to get him when we was talking to Lindsay's dad, right? Now, as try and get him, he's very cheeky. I don't know if he lost some of his teeth, right? But he drank and smoked, and I don't know if it was whiskey or it was a strong spirit, but then he'd have beer with it or whatever he could grab. But I feel his main issue was addiction, and he had a very addictive personality, Faye. Do you understand this, darling? I feel like if you gave him anything, he would. Now, one of the main reasons he's come in is, yes, there were a lot of things that made sense for you. Yeah, that's right, okay. The reason he came in when we started talking to Lindsay's dad is because going, bloody hell, I can relate to that bloke, and I reckon they're going to have a chat after this, okay? I don't know if he ever used to frequent a snooker club or a billiard club or somewhere, because I can hear snooker balls and see the green baize. Could it be called the Green Base Club? I don't know, but I can see that in a memory or some connection to do with him. There is someone that's got a problem with their ankle or the shin bone or the bone behind it. He likes snooker. That's what I like. Well done, darling. Keep going. And hang on a minute. Sorry. And I've got to calm down because they're just throwing themselves at me and we've got to jump in, right? But there's someone's got a problem with their ankle or lower leg bone. There seems to be some impact, or there seems to be some sort of injury. And one of the main reasons he comes in, because I feel like someone is dealing with addiction down on the earth plane, and that's one of the main reasons he's come in for, Faye. So I don't know if there's a connection with someone dealing with addiction, whether it's drugs, alcohol, gambling, prescription drugs, whatever it is, there seems to be someone that is fighting an addiction.
Dogs do come through, Rachel,
yeah, they do come through, Rach. Dogs do. We had dogs the other night.
Right.
Do you understand, Faye?
Faye, have you got a son? This feels like, is this quite a young person that's dealing with this addiction? Does it feel like a young
it's not an old person.
It feels like a young lad to me or something. It's your son. Is it your son that's going through this at the moment? Because I feel like it might be him that's going off the rails. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay,
brilliant.
darling.
Yeah, okay. So I do feel that he's been in with the wrong crowd and he's been taking the wrong sort of stuff, but it's overwhelming him now. Whereas it was a little bit of, let's have a little test and see what that's like and see if it's, fun. It's gone a bit too far now and it's taken over his life. So
yes, that makes sense. Yeah.
And I feel more to do with sort of not so much weed and that, but more I'm doing pills and things like that. Does that make sense to you?
I don't know. Let's see what I can see.
He's getting better now.
Right. Okay.
Brilliant.
Yes, he's getting better now. But I want to make sure we've got a recovery plan in motion.
Coke. There you go. So it wasn't.
Oh my God!
It was
again.
Like
oh my God! Yeah. Hang on a minute. Again, I swear on everything I own, my brother, my babies. Earlier on, when I was getting the water, he kept saying Charlie, right? And I was trying to remember the other thing he was telling me, and I thought he meant the name. Charlie, Jesus Christ. I've bloody forgot to say that.
I know it weren't made in that, but I know it's something like
exactly,
that.
Exactly. It's very like class A. So what I'll say is, darling, even though he's getting better or he's managed to keep away from it, we've still emotionally and spiritually got to deal with it, okay? Yeah. So Tiger's Eye is an excellent crystal for coping and dealing and moving on from addiction, and so is Amethyst. So I don't know if he's open to that sort of thing, but they're really good crystals to have on you all the time, even if it's a psychological thing that you're working on your recovery. I don't want him to get too complacent, sweetheart. And I'm not saying he's not going to recover. I'm not saying that, but once an alcoholic, once a drug addict, once whatever, always for life. And so he's got to make sure he maintains a spiritual program, maintains an emotional program, that he's never going to be exposed to something that's going to make him dip back in and chuck that back up his nose, darling.
We need to get rid of all the influences that are around him, really, because there's a lot of his friends and people that are still into it and all that lot. And I do feel, although he's away from it, I do feel that he can slide back down, like you're saying. Yeah. And it he's done a lot of hard work.
Only out of peer pressure.
Only just out of, because it's there, like, he'll sort of walk in and there's a line there, and it's like, so we don't want him to even walk in that room for it to be there, if you understand what I mean. Stay away from temptation.
Is there someone called Donna that connects with him or you or around the family environment? Also, are you divorced from your husband, or has there been a family dynamic that's also created emotional issues around him as well? Or is it that, no.
I didn't realise you could get such clear messages about the living. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we're psychic mediums. So just to explain that, we actually, because we've been born like it, we don't explain it very well. I don't know who just said that, darling. Who said it? But basically,
Joanne,
what happens is we're psychic mediums, and I just need to make this clear. Psychic mediums are, when you're working psychically, we connect with your energy. So that means we connect on your auric field, what is in your mind, what's going on around you. Illnesses, obviously, Richard is a lot stronger in health intuition than I am. And we look at everything that's going on around you. We can also predict the future, see the past, and know everything that goes on around a soul that's living. And that's a psychic connection. There are many good psychics out there, but they wouldn't know a spirit person with a bit on the arse, okay? Mediums, so that sources from our intuition and seeing and feeling everything around a living person. As a medium, we then become a mediator for the spirit world, the angel realms to you. So the source doesn't come from our intuition, then it comes from a person that has lived and passed over, or from an angel connection, you see. So then we're becoming a medium. We are very lucky because Richard and I come from a very strong stock. So we can see what's going on the earth. We can be given information about that, as well as what's going on from the spirit world and the angel realms. And we can also see, hear, feel, taste, and know absolutely anything they want to bring us. And we had that a lot last night or the night before, didn't we? Where we were tasting that bloody lovely cake and I was smelling it. Oh my God, that was lush. Okay. Nice. So we're very, very lucky that we've been given every single sense to help us deliver messages to you. So I hope that makes it clearer for you. Okay. So we can do both. Some people are orientated and, want to know about their life. So we'll feel inspired to go, right, let's have a look at the cards. But the more really we are spirit people, we're more mediums and psychics. The psychic thing is just a lovely way. So we've got the ability to stay up there and talk to them, come back down and see what's going on in your life, you see. And if you've noticed, we've naturally orientated towards linking with spirit people rather than doing the card readings, which we started out on day one with, which is really our natural way because we've been seeing spirit people since we were kids, So there you go.
Can I just say that the whole divorce thing and your son taking it badly.
Was it?
For a start, you have done so well, and don't ever think that you're not doing your job because you are. It's not your fault that he went that way. Sometimes we just go off the rails when our emotions get hit by things, And drugs, alcohol. I know this because I've been there myself. Drugs, alcohol, all them things are things that people lean on, especially when we're younger because we don't know how to deal with our emotions. We lean on them things. And it might start off being little bit of I've had a few drinks, I'll try a little bit of that. And then it takes over because it did with me. And it can get anybody. So it's not your fault. It's just the way that sometimes younger people deal with their emotions. And you don't, it's not necessarily hitting the destruction button, but it's trying to get yourself away from reality for that little bit of time. And that can just get out of hand. So everything you've done.
And numbing the pain.
Has been great. Exactly. Everything you've done has been perfect. You've done everything you can and you're doing such a good job. Now, the only thing I will say is I do feel he might fall off the rails a little bit, but I do feel him dusting himself off and getting better and working it out. I also feel him going to work and becoming more sort of...
Steve.
It's coming up a bit more.
Steve.
Yeah, he's getting... So I do feel that he will drop and he will fail a little bit, but he will pull himself up and he will come out of this. That's what I keep on feeling. I used to sit with my brother,
so I kind of know how you're feeling, okay? And I was with an alcoholic for 9 years, so I know what it's like to love someone and see an addiction take over their life, and they love that more than us, but they don't. They can't help it, okay? What I will say to you as well, darling, and I know this is a really insignificant thing after everything we've said about, darling, there's definitely Stephen or Steve connected around this situation, right? Okay. But what I will say to you is, do you know I mentioned about this ankle and this leg thing? Right, whoever that is, they're being given ibuprofen or being stuffed with tablets to deal with it. And I don't know if this is to do with you or this is to do with someone around you, but they need to actually get it either manipulated or physiotherapy or hydrotherapy because they're just taking tablets to deal with the pain. It's not actually dealing with the initial problem. There's some sort of problem with the tendon or the joint itself, it could even be a bit of arthritis. I don't know, but that's been bugging me. And as I've said, it's gone. So whatever that is to do with that's surrounding you at the moment, it's just another aside from the awful things, not awful, but the major things we've been talking about. So good luck, darling. Hang on in there. And it's you, sweetheart. Right, you need to get that sorted then, rather than keep taking tablets. Yeah. All right, so we either need a bit of physio, a bit of hydrotherapy, but that needs to be done as well.
There's an injection that needs to be in there.
Oh my God, hydrocortisone might not be good. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if we can try and do it with holistic therapies at the moment. And also, Faye, you've got an excellent intuition yourself. So when you get through this, I would really love to see you try and develop or meditate or try and find ways to work with your intuition because you've definitely got a spiritually guided divine path down here, darling. All right. So I hope that's okay for you. Wish every strength for your son. I want to know who Steve is because I'm going to absolutely bloody go mad if I don't find out who he is. And we wish you every strength and love. And I'm loving that other people are sending love to you as well on here because that is just amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Alan. Hello, Al. Holly's Al.
Oh,
hi, Alan. You all right, darling? Let's see if we can give you a reading in a minute, lover.
Keep up the good work, guys.
Holly's out on the town. Oh, on the tune. On the team. Right. Hi guys, Elaine and Kira back again tonight. Hello, darlings. Hello, Wayne. Right, it is a room full of love, Wayne. You're absolutely right. And you're one of the major parts of it, sweetheart. Right, okay, let's see where we're going now. I think we should just find the spirit person because I think all the names are like...
This works better than Facebook because it comes up properly. Whereas Facebook, you have to keep on refreshing.
I knew it would. This is why we've come over to YouTube because we can see so many messages and it's a lot slower. Sorry, do you know what I mean?
While you're mentioning YouTube, so I've got to do this, guys. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell thing down there because we want to get everybody in here and we want you to know that every time we do one of these things that you'll get a notification so you come in. Right,
Teddy, have you got a message?
Have you got anyone got a dog that would like to channel through?
Yeah, please do, because it is getting very difficult. Because obviously a lot of you know my story of being out of the loop because of my illness and recovering and all the rest of it. So it's very difficult to try and maintain connection with everybody in all these different spaces in Facebook. It's too time consuming. It's getting tiring. It's getting too overwhelming. So please, if you want to share this video to people that you think, it relates to, please do. But we'll be doing these. I'll be doing these live readings as well as the card readings that I do. Pick a card and giving you advice. Ask any questions you want. Send me emails, send Richard emails, whatever you want to do, and we'll answer them via YouTube. It's the easiest way for me to connect with you. One place, one way of doing it, rather than spreading it over all the other channels. Okay, so let's have a look with who we're looking at next, darlings.
You haven't lost it, Nicky's still amazing. Well, I think, to be honest, I'd done a reading earlier and she went, oh my God, Richard, that's amazing. I wish I was that good. She's like, Jesus.
No, the stuff he did a reading this afternoon, right? By the way, if there's anybody in Devon who lives near me, there's a couple of slots available because Richard was going to go home tomorrow, but he's decided to stay because he loves me so much and he's going to miss me. He started crying. I went, Rich, just man up, you're staying. I'm only joking. So basically, he's going to stay a couple more days. So that means, because he's enjoying it here a lot, I'm not going to lie, even though he's missing his family. Missing you, Dynamite, if you're still there, baby.
I live near you.
Right, so if anybody wants a one-to-one reading with Richard, please get hold of us. Have you got your number?
Sarah, comment or hang on. Sarah, please.
Sarah Gower, if you all these comments, so I don't know if these comments go underneath the video after, because we've never done a live feed before. But I think the best thing to do is, do you want to send an email?
Or I suppose an email, isn't it? I suppose.
What's your email?
Info at Richard Morley.
Sorry, I think he wants to be quick. I can get a link on out there.
Info at richardmorleymedium.co.uk, or actually my website is www.richardmorleymedium.co.uk.
Right, spell your name out because I might not know.
RICHR. Or you can do it on Nicky's. Nicky's all over the internet as well, so you'll be able to find her on that. So let's see if we can find a self-next spirit person. Do you know what? I've just had a dog come in, funny enough. We're just doing it. I'm really rubbish with my dogs. I'm really sorry. But say this dog's sitting on my lap. It's about this tall, and it's got big floppy ears, and it's got a bit of a nose, and it's dark, and it's like a dark brown colour, and it's got quite short hair. Nicky, what are the dogs that have got the long floppy ears, about this big, and they've got a bit of a nose? Is it a spaniel? I've got a spaniel.
Cocker.
Got a cocker spaniel.
No, I was just calling you Cocker.
Right,
I'm joking. It's a Cocker Spaniel.
Cocker spaniel. So right, this dog, right.
Right. Are you doing the dog?
I've got a dog.
Jesus Christ! Don't talk about me like that. Do the dog, because I've got a lady talking to me. I've just got to let Teddy in.
Okay, I'm just going to try and find a name for this dog. Hang on. Name for this dog. Oh, come on. I don't know if there's a name like Sarah around or something like that for this dog. I know it's a really funny thing to bring in a dog. But someone did say something about a dog earlier, so there you go. I put this dog in. Richard, I'm in Essex. Where are you? I'm Southend, Helen. I'm in Southend. So if you go on my website, which I'll drop something in there later, and you can have a look, and you can go on there. I've got a Facebook page as well, Richard Morley, Medium and Health Intuitive. You can find me on there as well. Right. Where are you in Devon? Torbay. We're in Torbay. Right, let me bring help. Obviously, no one's taking this dog at the moment, running around. And it really is running around my legs at the moment. Right. Right, I've got. Did you say I've got a guy here?
I've got a woman.
Okay, so there we go.
What do I do first?
Well, I've got this guy. I swear. Did you have Arthur earlier? I've got this guy. I swear his name's Arthur. This bloke. Arthur. I swear.
Peaky Blinders.
Now, this guy, I don't think he was all that tall, to be honest. This old boy. And again, I think he had a few strands of hair in his head here, but a bit round there, and he definitely wore like glasses, and I think they were quite thick rimmed black glasses. This guy, I think he's had a bit of a pointy nose, and I swear he keeps on. I think it's Arthur or something like that. How did you get? And I can feel my chest. This guy, I don't know if he had a problem with his lungs, and anyway, I don't know if he had like.
Was he in the RAF?
asbestos thing or something like that going on.
Was it exposed to something in the war?
I don't know. Was it? I don't know.
Was it?
So I think he was breathing in anyway, my father-in-law, and I don't know if his chest actually give out in the end. So Helen, do you understand who this is then? Brown and white spaniel, Sarah, thank you. Sarah, I said it's Sarah, so that's close enough for me. So
oh my God, did you?
Your dog is doing really well up there. Yeah. Your dog is doing.
You're going to be going up. You're going to be going up with that dog in a minute if you don't shut up.
Teddy's barking at your dog, so
he's barking at the middle of nowhere.
This dog's really happy.
He's barking at the spirit people. Sorry.
Right, sorry, I'm just going to Sarah's dog. This dog's really happy. Ted, shut up!
Stop. The spirit people. You're used to them. Jesus Christ.
People. This dog's really quite happy, and it's one of them dogs that. It does about 15 circles before it sort of lays down and chills out, but it's really happy. It keeps on showing me playfully running around with another dog very similar to it. So I don't know if you've got another one up there or your family have or anything like that, Sarah, but your dog's up there and it's happy as Larry. It really is. And I don't know if you used to love licking you to greet you or whatever, a bit of a licker. It's really licking me at the moment, this dog. So
does it begin with B?
That makes sense to you, Sarah. But the dog, I don't know.
Does it begin with a B?
Does it begin with a B? Or Black Spaniel? Anyway, where was I with this other guy?
No, it'll be his name, darling. So, have you got someone called Bob or Robert that connects to you?
Dog sounds cute. He's very cute, the dog.
Dog's so cute. Bailey.
Bailey.
No, that's Stacey's.
It's Sarah. It was definitely Sarah, and it was a dog.
Yeah, it's definitely Sarah.
What's that? No, what?
There's no Bob or Robert. Right, okay,
no.
That's my link
right,
then.
So
Don't worry.
So this guy I've got here. Sorry, I've got to change my position a bit. This guy I've got here, he's got a bit of a pointy nose. He wasn't the tallest bloke in the world. He's got dark hair around here, and his hair honestly looks like string because it was so thin. But he wanted to keep it, and I'll just shave it off if I was him, to be honest. But he just wanted to pull it back. And he's got these thick dark rimmed glasses. And I keep on seeing his
reminds
nose.
me a bit of Charlie.
Yeah, a bit like that, yeah. And he would have worn, do you know what? I don't know if he would have had suspenders, but like a nice shirt. He would have always dressed quite smartly, this guy. Does anybody know who this is?
Yeah, was this the one who had the chest problem?
Yes, he had like chest problems and all that lot. And I don't know if there isn't Arthur name. I might be wrong with that, but it does feel a bit like
Verity.
Arthur.
Verity, is your dad passed over? Darling, can I ask, is your mum passed over?
Sounds like
and did she pass with a cancer condition?
He had heart attacks.
He had heart attacks,
and
right.
Does the description feel right for you? Because it's coming through quite strong.
Right, he's passed over to the spirit world.
Yeah. Yes. No, my mum's here.
Your mum's here. Right, okay. Mum. Right, your nan has passed, so your dad's mum, hasn't she? Because he's mentioned the word mum. Verity. Yes, she has. That's what I want. Now, I've got her, I feel. So, do you want to carry on there? And where is the RAF connection or the army uniform connection? I'm definitely seeing that.
Right, I want to ask Verity about her. So, you've got.
So that's your granddad. Right, okay.
So, can I just ask, are you feeling like drawn, like as your energy? Are you feeling a bit sort of down and tired and not too good at the moment? You've got someone around you. I feel like your energy's been drawn out of you. I feel knackered, to be honest.
Do you know what? She's absorbing other people because you are so psychic, darling, and you are so open to energy. You need to start. Listen, there's a YouTube video I do about empaths, right? And about how to protect your energy on your daily routines, okay? Because you're getting sucked dry because people are naturally orientated towards you, okay? Which is funny for you because you're not private. You're very outgoing, very funny girl. You've got a beautiful sense of humour. But what I'm saying is that it just feels like people are sucking you a bit. Not sucking you, taking your energy a bit. Okay. Yeah. Really, oh, hang on a minute. Who are we doing? Verity.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I've just realised who I'm talking to.
Verity. Also, can I ask you, like?
Oh my God! It's my Verity. Sorry.
It's a little bit about your health here as well.
I don't know anything about her, by the way. Just that she's a good designer.
Sorry. I'm really sorry. I always go on about people's diets because I know it's the best medicine. So I want you to check things. I don't know if you try to uplift your energy by something a bit sugary or something. But it's whatever that's actually doing the reverse for you. Okay, so I just want to have a real nice, healthy look because I want to balance body to help balance mind because I feel like at the moment you've been going through some bits as well with your mind, like as in emotionally. So you're compensating with trying to get your energy up by putting the wrong things in. But in fact, people get that wrong because it does the reverse, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So
you're getting your highs and your lows. And it's because of your kids. I feel like you are being pulled in every direction, darling. And you're such a trooper. You're so funny and so lovely and so giving. But you are being pulled in lots of directions. She's absolutely. I'm telling you now, I've just realised who we're talking to. And for everybody else, the only thing I know about Verity is that she offered to do, and she's got such a humble energy. Right, and I said to her, this is what I want for my book cover, and she did it in 5 minutes. I went, oh, is that okay? I've also got a new business coming, and all I'm going to do is show you this. This is sea glass with a seahorse on it. All right, that's all I'm saying at the moment. And I asked for a logo for Verity, and she did it within about 10 minutes. If any of you need any graphic design, and I don't want to overburden you, Verity, but she's bloody brilliant, because you know why? And I know, and I've just realised why I'm linked up now, Verity. It's because you're, I've got that. Hang on. You've got intuition. You've got a psychic knowledge within you. I don't think you've developed, where you just know what people want. And that is why you're so bloody good at what you do. Yeah. I don't know if you've got another 8 months left with your studying, but I'm telling you now, and it isn't just because you've done work for me, and you always will, everything now I'm going to ask you to do, because you are just amazing, right? And so helpful and so beautiful. I just love you to bits. I can't wait to meet you, right? But it just feels to me that it's going to go boof. So prepare yourself for that. And by doing that, you need to start maintaining boundaries, talking to your husband and saying, look, you know, this is going to be busy for me. And he's very understanding. I love you, hubby. You've got lovely children. So I don't feel like I've got massive stress around children, right? Abundance. Things look very good. Have patience this time. Make long-term plans.
There you go. Perfect.
Holy shit! And you just had to pull that card.
Pull the deck in the middle, and rather than
you couldn't make it up if you tried, Richard. You couldn't make it up if you tried.
Part of your planning is to make sure that I know this. I go on about this because my health intuitive stuff. I'm really sorry, and I moan at people all the time, but really get your energy right with the right diet and the right sleep and everything. So I feel that you're all a little bit over the place.
I'm surprised we haven't had justice card or balance.
Yeah,
darlings, I've got some wonderful new cards called the energy of the oracle, and they're going to be lovely for this. I've just seen those cards, and they're going to be lovely.
Rachel, I'm back in Essex soon, and also you can get a telephone reading if you can't get to me. Okay.
Yeah. He's still in Essex. He should be down here because everybody loves him. And
thanks, Tyler.
To a fire, you're coming into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. I'm telling you, you're going to end up with contracts. You're going to end up with perhaps corporate people approaching you. So be prepared, because I'm telling you, Verity, once you finish this, you are going to take off so massively, okay, that it's unbelievable. And I'm just so blessed to have met you and that you came forward, because I'm telling you now, you have got such a unique gift, because your intuition is serving you well. Your hang on a minute, who is it? Was it your dad that came through earlier? Verity, was your dad passed? Wow. I can't remember now, because I've got a dad and I've got this mum here as well. Oh, Ross, look, it's such, Richard, you've got such a kind face. What about me then? Is mine horrible? I'm joking.
Much better than yours, mate.
He gets chatted up. He gets called the psychic stars.
Psychic stars.
I don't get bloody chatted up, do I? I don't ever get chatted up. It's just terrible. Right, I'm only joking. I don't need to be, because I have the love of my life. So now I've got, so Verity, we can continue doing your readings as long as I know. We're going to know each other for life, because you are going to be written across every single thing that I ever do. And book number 2's coming as soon as book number 1 goes out. So I'll be back on your case, madam. And it's lovely that you're here. It's lovely you're here. Now, I don't know, Rena, if this is your mum or not, but I have someone's mum here that passed the spirit world. She feels brunette rather than blonde. She is very down to earth, very grounded, and I know she had a cancer condition. I know she knew she was passing to the spirit world. Have you got her? Now, this was either she put off. I don't know if this was a lump or bump. I can't even. It could be breast. I'm not sure at the moment. I can't get.
Is there a name Jean around this lady?
Don't know at the moment. All I know is that she either didn't tell people, or she knew there was something wrong, or she left it ages until she went to the doctors, and then it was too late. And so we're looking at time or trying to make the tumours or get the cancer out, but really we're not going to be able to do it because eventually you're going to pass with this condition. And there's Sue or Susan that connects around this lady, and you're saying Jean.
I thought Jean. There's a Jean.
And there's Jean as well, okay? And it feels like she knew she was passing. It's almost like she was a bit distanced from it.
My mum is Susan.
Your mum's Susan? Oh my God!
But she's still alive.
Oh no. Right. Who is this your nan? Is this your mum's mum?
Yeah, she's mentioned it.
Is this your nan? Sounds no. Your mum is your nan.
Who raised me.
Right. So has your nan passed over, sweetheart? And she's talking about Susan. Right, I know what's going on here. Yes, okay. And did she have a cancer condition, darling? I think though there was a number of things wrong with her. Right.
Something to do with the heart. Definitely.
I think there was other things wrong with her, but it's like she feels like
it's my dad's mum.
It doesn't matter if it's your dad's mum. She's talking about your mum, but she was your mum here. Your love connection to her was that she was your mum. She brought you up and you lived with her, yeah? That's the love connection I'm talking about, yeah? And your mum is called Susan. Right, okay. Right, now.
She hated my mum. She was my mum as far as I was
concerned. Right, okay, perfect. Don't tell me any more, darling. Just either confirm what we're saying, or if we ask you a question, which is not to fish, but if we ask you a question to confirm what we're saying, then just do that, darling, okay? So, hang on a minute, let me get it back. Do you ever smell like a talcum powder smell? Can you smell it yet?
No,
like I can taste it. Or sherbet lemon. Right, I've got like a sherbety lemon type taste in my mouth, and I can smell like a talcum powdery smell. Or do you remember those face compacts? I don't think she wore makeup though. I'm not a makeup person. However, talc. Get in. Well done. Oh, I love you. Right, so she's acknowledging that, and I don't know if there is ED, LC. Oh my God, can't get it. Eden. All right, I'm not going to worry too much about the name. Let it come back in for me, darling. Go on. Jesus Christ. I tell you what, your nan, darling, absolutely adores you. There's no second. How you coped, I don't even know, because she was your world and she is your world, okay? She's very proud of what you've achieved. I don't know if you've become independent and you are, working your way towards getting a house, or you're in a relationship, but it seems like my girl's grown up and she's doing good. She's doing good. You've really got yourself sorted because your surroundings of how you've been brought up and what you went through, you could have easily have used that and become a complete failure. Do you understand? And said, oh, it's because of my bad childhood and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? She's so proud of what beautiful young lady you've turned out to be. And the one thing that gets on her nerves is that she says, sometimes I sit and listen to you and you bloody down yourself and you say you're not good enough and you don't look nice enough. She goes, I've had a bloody enough of it. You're a beautiful girl. It's all what's in about here, and stop bloody giving yourself a bad time, okay? 18th of January, don't ask me why that's been brought up. I don't know if it's a relevant date to do with you or her, but I do know that what I want to say is that if it's not a date that you understand, then I'm loving the end part of January. There is something good coming up there. I don't know if it's something you're waiting for or something you're looking forward to, but I know that's really good. You're doing nothing but going ahead, but you're doing it baby steps, okay? So I don't know if you're saving up for a deposit or you're saving up to make yourself better in a living environment or some connection like that, but it feels like you're doing it intelligently, you're doing it steadily, you're doing it patiently, and you're on the right path, okay? When you smell that talcum smell, that's her coming in 100%. There is an E name. Is it Elaine? Ellie? There's a bloody E name and I can't grab it and it's doing my head in, okay? Your nan has got a wicked sense of humour. She was very, very wise. She didn't suffer fools gladly, and she got so pissed off with your mum. It's not even funny, right? Now, I don't know if it's your mum, again, had mental issues herself. I've got it. Hang on a minute. or she couldn't cope, but she couldn't really cope as soon as she had you. This isn't down to one circumstance that created you moving in with your nan, or you had a row and didn't want to be with her. There was lots of issues, and there still is with your mum. And I don't know if she's with someone that you don't even like, or you don't even talk to her, but don't even waste your time. There's someone called Dale or Derek as well that she's mentioning, right? And it just feels to me like you need to. Why are you sitting back? Are you linking with someone else?
Someone else. Mate,
all right. Okay. Jesus. So basically, can I say to you, don't waste your energy.
He's not here yet.
Is it not Jesus, the Holy Father, has come through? Has he come through to grace us with his presence? God bless him. Right. So come back to me, darling. Yeah. Yeah, don't waste your energy on the people that haven't got the energy for you, all right? And it's not your fault that they haven't got time for you. I don't care what you get up to or what you aspire to or what you achieve, okay? You've got to learn, and I had to do this during my journey, is to let go of people that really don't care about your business, apart from sticking their nose in when they want to, or they might not even want to even stick their nose in, okay? So this is about not wasting your energies on nothing that can be gained from this. Even if she said, I've changed and everything's great, it's not going to. It's just going to drag you down and bring her with you. And I'm not being disrespectful about your mum, but I'm literally relaying how I feel and what I want and what I'm being shown, written up in my head that your nan wants to tell you, okay? Now, I don't know if you wear her wedding ring, but she keeps saying about put that bloody ring on. So you've either got it in a box or you put it on or you put it off. But there's something, it seems to be a really special ring. Are you watching? She's not even watching the feed, so I don't even know I'm bloody right or wrong here.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just going with it.
This guy here. Sorry.
Larry! Oh my God, that's it. Who is that?
Larry.
Oh my God. Larry, because I'm saying, is it Ellen, Ellie? But it didn't feel right. Who is a Larry? Is this a Welsh name? I've had her wedding ring turn into my wedding ring. Yay! Thank God, because I said to her, has she got your wedding ring on? She goes, no.
Larry,
she goes, but she's wearing it. And Larry's your middle name. Okay. There's a relevance. She picked. Get in. I think she would rather you be called a Larry. I'm so sorry I couldn't grab it. It was doing my head. I'm thinking, is it Elsie? Is it Ellen? I saw all these numbers and words going around, letters going around. Right. And the other thing is as well, is that's why I didn't understand, because she's got my wedding ring, but she's not wearing it. I'm like, well, she's wearing it because you're showing on the finger. But now I get it. You had it made into your ring, so it's a completely different ring. I'm loving her. She's really clever, okay? I also know she loves to touch you. So I don't know if this is my cheeks being touched, or you might feel an itch, or you'll feel pressure somewhere. But she's how you doing, darling? It's okay, all right? You have been through it, but my God, you've come out gracefully. I'm telling you that now. You need to develop, madam. So if you see any local workshops, if I do any local workshops, I think you're in this area, I can't remember who I'm talking to now, but if there's any workshops or anything that comes up that tickles your fancy, go for it. You're a brilliant healer. Oh my God, you're a brilliant healer. And I don't know if you're studying at the moment or you're working towards your goals. Keep going as you are. You're on the right path and you're doing it sensibly and really well, okay? What's the other thing you said earlier, darling? No, I've done that because she keeps saying about you, talking about your self-image or not feeling good enough sometimes. Get that out of your head, darling. You're bloody beautiful. You're funny. You're creative. You're very similar to Verity, who I was just talking to, sweetheart. You are an absolute joy, okay? And she keeps saying to me, remember your roots. We come from good stock. Shut up. You come from really good stock.
You come from really good stock. Shut up.
Strong, graceful, heartfelt, but we don't take any crap from anybody. Remember that. Don't you dare take any crap from anybody. You're a beautiful person. And I feel like you say, yeah, but it's not as if I've got loads of friends. It's not as if I can go out with a group of people. Blah, blah, blah. Do you know what? I can count friends on my hands. I know my true friends. And I just feel like, yes, perhaps you need to have a look at more social environments or get yourself out there. But it's quality, not quantity, darling. Take the love of your nan, your mum. She's not your nan, she's your mum. I'm telling you that now. Lose any energy connected with your mum, because I can't see anything constructive in that whatsoever. Keep doing as you're doing. And I don't know if you're going to get married, but I keep seeing, and this is the same as what I said earlier with someone else, I can see a church and I can see real happiness with you, okay? So you're going in the right direction.
Alira is a legendary princess, apparently.
Welsh River. I knew there was a Welsh
River
connection.
and a Welsh River.
Just high five the Welsh connection, please. Thank you.
Thanks,
We
Jo.
did it that time.
We did it.
Who did that? Who did someone
I
Google
get
it?
married next year. Yeah,
Oh my God, congratulations, Dart. Bloody love it.
And she's Welsh.
Oh my God. And you're Welsh. Oh my God. And you won't believe this,
Oh my
right?
God.
Can you just,
Okay, come on.
can you just watch this? Look at this. Detach from the situation, right? And that is about your mum and anybody that doesn't serve you well, madam. Detach from the situation, move away from people that don't serve you well. And that's exactly what it is, right? I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachment or fear of drama from anybody else, and that I may be centered in knowing that peace is everywhere within me and this situation, right? So it's detach yourself from the situation. This is to do with your mum or anybody that doesn't serve you well. Stop reflecting on other people's behaviour because it's their issue, not yours. Love you, darling. Love your energy. Start meditating, getting angel cards, thinking about doing workshops, because I tell you what, I can see you doing this. There is some sort of gypsy blood or something going on with you, because she reminds me of that girl we spoke of the other day when we said about the gypsy. There's some sort of knowing. I don't know if one of your grandmas did tea leaves. There was some in the family that they said, oh, she's about witching, you know, that kind of thing. But I've got that with you. So I'm going to stop now because Richard's got a spirit person and I'm just going to go and bury the dog. I'm joking.
This guy that's coming now, he's really showing me how he looks, and he's definitely got like a darker skin. He's got thick black hair, and I think he just sort of puts it back like this, but it is quite thick on his head. He's got a black jacket on. He's got real quite blue jeans, and he's got these dark boots on. And he keeps on saying, I think there's like a name like Darren or Daryl, that sort of name he's talking about as well. Also, he's saying Alan as well. So anyone can pick up on that for me, what we're talking about. He's recently been around a child's birthday as well, because he's showing me balloons and that lot. And I think they're pink, so I'm wondering if it's a girl's birthday as well. In fact, I don't know if it's a joint birthday. If that comes out, I'd love it. I'll tell you what. It goes boom. Right. Boom. So boom. And he's sitting there. He's smoking a cigar right now. I'm pretty sure he smoked. But I'm actually, I think sometimes when he smokes cigars, it means news of a birth or a pregnancy. And he's really chuffing away on his cigars. But I actually think I can feel that smoke going in. Anyone know who this is?
What are you saying, that the gentleman's black?
No, he's got dark skin. He's not black.
What sort of
it's
way?
Quite oily, sort of dark skin.
Like Mediterranean?
Yeah, he's like that kind of.
Is he not Maltese?
I don't. He's definitely. I don't
Greek.
think he's. I think he's got a little bit of Greek in him or something like that. And he's smoking this cigar. And I don't know if his name is Darren or so. It's a bit different. This name doesn't seem quite right. I'm looking down there when I'm doing it because I'm waiting for someone to come up with it.
Oh look.
And what's he saying? And there's definitely been like a birthday party he's been to or something like that. But it feels like it's in this country. There's also, he's showing me like a younger, slimmer lad that he sees quite a lot as well around him, and that feels like someone's son. And he's showing me a woman that he's around quite a bit, and she's got quite short hair. I don't know if she's got she's got like blonde in it, but she's also got a little bit of like grey in it as well. And she wears glasses, and sometimes I swear she has the little lead they have that stop their glasses from falling off if they wear that, you know?
Yeah.
And this lady, I reckon she's in her 50s, maybe even her 60s, this lady.
Right, and is there a connection? I don't know if you're getting this. I hope I'm on the right link. But is there also, okay, Sarah, I'll try and get to you. And I keep feeling that, is there also an Irish connection? And is there someone called Sean to do with this?
That feels right, actually. Tell you what, this guy was around cars quite a lot as well, I feel. Does that feel right for you? I don't know if he used to sell them or fix them, or he would be that kind of guy. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God, hang on a minute. No.
What?
No.
What? What have I done?
No.
Shit.
Hang on a minute.
What?
Well, he's passed, is he?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
He's sitting here, this guy with the dark hair, 100%. He's showing me everything. He's showing me his kitchen as well.
If I just say to you, hang on a minute, listen, if I just say to you mechanic.
Yeah, oh shit. Right.
I don't know. It's just possibly that. Hang on.
Nicola, do you understand this is? You said yes. Do you understand who that is then, Nicola? Nicola Rain. Right, I'm telling you, I can see him in this kitchen, right? And it's really clear. I've got like a back door here. I think there's like a little area, and then there's like a breakfast bar thing, and it's like a kitchen here. because they're all sort of eating bits and bobs there off the thing. This is so strong. I can't. It's mucky from oil, then possibly.
No, it's still got the.
So strong.
I don't know if he's giving me a reading or not, Claire, but he's talking about someone at the moment that everything you've said is right. But I'm just seeing if it's coincidence.
What's his name? I think I've given quite a bit there. He keeps on saying his name like Daryl, Darren, that sort of name. Do you understand this, Nick? Oh, shit. Great grandma come from.
Right.
I think I need to be giving someone else's.
I think that you are picking up on something that connects around me. Yes, yeah. I did say the name Sean, and I said that there was a link with Ireland. Nicola.
I say this guy, dark hair, he's got like darker skin than us. It's a bit, it's oily.
Duncan.
It's around.
Don't know. Hang on.
I think it's someone for Nicky, you know.
Hi, Leslie.
It's such a strong connection. This guy, I'm not. This guy, honestly, he's showing me his jeans he wore like blue jeans. He's got like work boot things on. He's got a black jacket on. He's puffing away on a cigar. He said, I've been around a birthday party recently. Does that make sense for you? I've been a birthday party recently with a kid and the balloons and all that. Oh, fuck. I know this is.
You just said the F word.
Oh, wow.
We must really get kicked off now.
No, we won't.
Oh, my God. Someone saw it. It weren't me.
No, it's Karen. Right.
Nicola, Lorraine, do you understand this? Because you've been acknowledging stuff to us. Does this make sense to you or not? If not, we'll cut the link because I honestly think this is for me and Darren. I think this is Darren's thing.
Not with Richard, yeah, I know, I can help it.
Wayne, you just can't trust him, can you?
I've tried to not swear all night, but.
I know, it does make a change, isn't it, Les? I can't believe it. Richard swore and I didn't.
I didn't say, I said duck.
You said, oh, duck.
I said, love a duck.
You'll
get demonised. Oh, dear, Richard, I know.
Right, come on. Does anybody understand this man?
It's such a clear, link.
Thank you, Michelle. I heard fudge as well.
That's what I
right,
said.
Listen, what's his message? And then I'll see if it's relevant to me.
Right, okay.
Amber Lee, can you come back up again, please? Just let me see your name.
I don't know if there's some sort of problem with something abroad or something like that, because I keep on seeing like an apartment sort of thing with a swimming pool. And
no, it's definitely me.
Is it?
100%
right.
me. Because I was talking to the man. I'm not going to expose too much, but he was talking about his place with the swimming pool over abroad. It's me. Oh my God!
I'm giving my sister a reading. What the hell?
No, it's not. I'll tell you what it is.
It's for somebody else.
I'll tell you what it is. The person you're talking about, you are describing him to a T, but I would assume that's his dad because I don't know what his dad looked like. Right, okay. But I'm telling you now, he's a mechanic.
Yeah.
Darren.
Yeah.
Right? He works for Darren.
Oh, shit, mate.
Yeah. I can't have him on here anymore. I'm sorry.
It's him. He swears.
He does. Right, okay.
He's a swearer.
Sorry about that, guys. He's just picked up on someone. So what he's done is he knows I can get a message to him. So oh my God, Teddy. Sorry about that, guys. We got all these hundreds of people wanting a message.
Who's getting me? All night. Oh dear. Okay, let me get someone else in then. Oh dear.
What about? Let's do a card reading for Amber Lee. Are you there? Yeah, I bet you better give me a discount, Wayne.
Strike 2. Yeah. That's not my fault. It's the spirit person. They do it, don't they? They do make you swear and stuff because of their personality comes through.
Yeah, I know. Right. Wash your mouth out. I'd love to do that, Angie. Hey, hello, Joe. Come and get him because he's really getting on my nerves. He's jealous of us doing this. That's what it is. He was barking in midair at spirit people and now he's being a plum.
Right, do you know what? They've just given me my boy, Jack. So, has anybody lost a boy who would have been around 16? And I keep on, to be honest, I think his name might have been Jack, to be honest.
Okay, do that. Can I just quickly ask something? Nicola, has Sean got connections with Ireland? Right, go on then. Do your link.
Yeah, so, because they've just given me my boy Jack. So I've got a boy, I reckon he would die quite young, Do you know what? I wonder if it's in a motorbike accident or something like that, because I've just seen a bike go over.
I don't know if it was a bicycle, actually.
Was it a bicycle?
I don't know.
Like a bike.
But he was exposed. He wasn't in the car.
Yeah.
I got him.
And he was, I reckon he was probably about 16, 17, maybe a bit older. I'm not too great with ages, to be honest. But he definitely would have gone that way. Go on.
And there's either a connection with Forest Road or New Forest, or there's some connection with the address of Forest. So I don't know if that's where he passed or where he lived, or you would know that address, but there's definitely the connection with that.
And it's impacts to the head, I feel.
Yeah, it was head injuries that took him over.
Took him over. And it's close, his passing is close to somebody's birthday, I feel. So
sadness next to happiness.
Yeah, sadness next to happiness.
He either loved music or did like DJing.
Forest Road, yeah.
You live in Forest Road, Peggy.
Does this person mean anything to you,
and
Peggy?
also, he either did DJing or loved his music. What is this? You live on Old Forest Road, right? He either loved DJing or loved his music, but there's a music thing going on. And I don't know if he would have had a graffiti poster in his bedroom, or he did spray graffiti through art or something like that. I can see that as well. So getting like this grunge type connection with him. I don't know if you got that, because you're seeing the purer side of him. I'm getting that other side of him.
Seeing a different side of him.
I know you're seeing a different side of him.
Yeah.
April is being mentioned as well. So
and also he's mentioning his uncle as well. So I don't know if his uncle's up there with him, or he's talking about something. My nephew Jack died from a motorcycle accident. He lived in Forest of Dean.
Oh, get in!
Sorry, we didn't mean to be like
sorry.
that.
It's so exciting for us that we found our person. I'm really sorry. We're not being disrespectful, Eleanor. Your nephew Jack died from a motorbike accident. He lived in the Forest of Dean. Okay, I'm really sorry about that. I hope you don't think we're being rude. But it's just when we find exactly. So, do you understand the music or the DJing or this kind of like in the doom music? Because I feel he had only pop music in his funeral, right? Okay. But did he also have a real passion for it? Is there someone down here that loves their music? Because I want to be listening to all the time. I might even want to be trying mixing it, but there seems to be some sort of thing about music. And someone is also good artistically. Now, this keeps coming up, darling. So I don't know if someone did like a graffiti or a really modern picture or art for him in his memory, or someone does that down here, or he did it. But I keep seeing that really clearly, and it's definitely relevant, sweetheart. Do you understand that? And also, have you got a brother that's passed over? So that will make it
uncle.
No, a cousin that's passed over, because he's saying about being with an uncle up there, but I can't. Yeah. And the uncle, I don't think it's very. And there's Mike or Michael or Mick that connects. So I don't know if that's the uncle or not. Okay, and he's quite quiet, the uncle, at the moment.
What's this? What's the two thing? Can you get it saying something about two? What? Have you got another two children as well? No, has he got two brothers or something?
Two brothers. I was going to say
two brothers as well, or something.
There's
like
two that.
Modern picture of him at the funeral.
Modern picture of him at the funeral.
Is there like two brothers or something like that he's left behind, or something like that? Because it's going on about the two.
Thank you, Hayley.
Like two brothers, or if not, they were like brothers, as in close friend brothers.
Amberley, just hang on in there, because I'm going to be doing your card reading for you in a minute. So just hang on in there, okay? You've got a bad knee, Peggy. My bloody knee's killing me. It's not my pain.
My other nephew is in spirit called Michael.
Yes.
Lovely. Okay.
Michael, come forward, darling. Darling, is Michael older than Jack? That's why we might think he's his uncle, because he's pointing up, and we always think that's a family generation up. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Sarah.
Do you know also, is there...
Eleanor, yes, that's what I want. Okay, right. Michael, come forward. Now, Michael doesn't seem as gregarious as Jack. I don't know if Jack was a real kind of cheeky boy. This was such a massive shocker. I can't tell you. And of course it is. Our dad died in a road accident. The police tell you they've passed over. It's the worst trauma you're ever going to go through, okay? But there's a real connection. I know what's going on there, right? There's a real connection. Those two coming together, him and Michael. Yeah, because Michael's older, so it's like his older, like compadre, his guardian angel. Michael, I don't know if Jack passed before Michael or not, but it's almost like Michael like guides Jack on, come on, we're going to pop down and go and see everybody, okay? Someone has just split up, or there's been a divorce situation because they've been down because of breakups in family, or there's been something like that going on.
Down.
But, you know, they're not great with TikTok time. It could have been a year ago, but I know there's still ramifications
Also,
from this upset in the family, okay?
There's children involved, I feel, because he's talking about children as well.
You're always good with the kids stuff. I'm not good with the kids stuff.
There's children involved in it. I don't know if there was something with a pregnancy or something like that, because he's going on about that at the moment, but there's definitely something like that going on as well. And he's talking about that to me at the moment. We've got like
is Jack's mum divorced?
Jack's mum is very, very
Eleanor
gregarious,
and there's some breakup, there's some argument, or there's
Jack's
been
mum
some.
and dad are now divorced.
That's it. That's what I want. Okay, because he's acknowledging that. So I don't know if divorce took place after Jack passed, but I know he's acknowledging this split and that he likes to watch both parties. Okay, and I'm not being rude, but I'm a bit disappointed in his dad. He's saying, I didn't think Dad would do that. So I don't know if he's kind of not kept up his family responsibilities, or he's like kind of moved on and got his own life. I don't know what's going on. But it's like, wow, I didn't expect him to do that. I think obviously any family is going to get fractured by such horrific trauma that's taken place here by losing Jack. But do you know what? There's been some people that really haven't taken into account other people's emotions. And that's what's created this ripple effect of bad feeling. And I feel like, you know, he wants this to move on, but I don't think there's nothing you can do about that, to be honest with you, Eleanor. No. I also know that he said, thank you for talking about me in church. Now, I don't know if I don't know if it was a eulogy or not, but there's a real bond between you two. But it goes back in the past, as opposed to like when more recent before he passed. And I feel like he wants to say, why do you keep saying, "I'm sorry, I wasn't there for you"? So I don't know if you weren't seeing him regularly before he passed, and that you just got news of it, and you thought, Jesus, why didn't I make more effort? But it's like, can you lose that, please? Because every time I come and visit you, and you think of me, because we think of spirit people because they're with us at that time. You know, we don't just randomly think of them. We think of them. It's because they're standing there going, I'm here, I'm here. And then you think, oh, my God, I wonder how Jack is. You know, that's how it goes. Then he's talking about schooling.
Oh, my God, I just see him writing in a book and that then when you're talking about schooling and all that.
Right, so where's that to do with?
So let me have a look. You know, is it schooling or is it having to learn new skills to get better at something? It feels more
studies,
like,
learning, it's apprenticeship. Who is in an apprenticeship or studying towards bettering themselves? This is brother, but they're older. They're not a child. I think it's a bit older, but they've either had to redo their career or rethink how to take their life forward through study or apprenticeship.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
Do you understand that?
I've just got a certificate, so there's definitely something at the end of it as well.
Oh, thank you, Michelle. This is like the best way to spend a Saturday night. How cute is that? Right. Does that make sense for you, my little darling, Eleanor? Eleanor Rigby. I know it's not spelled that way. And funnily enough, why do I want to go to Rugby or Coventry or go to the Midlands? Is someone moved there or someone lived there, or is there a connection up there for some reason? Because I feel like he's doing all the talking, you see. He's very, very chatty. He's very like his mum. I tell you that now. Very gregarious, very loud, a lovely, lovely
His
soul.
niece has gone to university. There you go.
His niece has gone to university. So, can you let her know?
She's going to get that.
Can you let her know that he's with her, helping her through this? Because I don't know if she's struggling or she's homesick or she thinks she's done the wrong thing, but she hasn't.
It's a bit of balance there. She's tired and she's doing a bit of everything.
And she's finding it hard.
She's got like a part-time job or something like that's going to come up or whatever, but there's something like that going on as well. But let her know, because I've just seen the certificate that she's going to get it. All right, so she's got to crack on with it.
Is she doing business studies or hospitality in business or something like that, Eleanor? So I just saw a big hotel, and if someone's going on holiday like tomorrow,
she's going to pass quite well.
Oh, that's great, isn't it, Claire?
I've got her up quite late doing work, so she's definitely having to.
And I feel really tired as I'm talking. My back is killing me. She's really doing both things, both things.
Live in Gloucester.
Gloucester, that's up there somewhere, isn't it? I don't know. I'm rubbish with geography when it comes to that area.
I don't know.
But I want to go further up.
But she's definitely burning the candle at both ends at the moment. But it's because, like you say, she's struggling. She's having to do that little bit more hard work than most people. So, but anyway, she's going to do all right.
She's being looked after.
Yeah.
I also want to say that he's really chuffed about. There's either been, because they're showing me I gave a message to someone last night, and he was talking about, or the other night, and he was talking about his mum, and they'd done a spiritual garden for him, and there seems to be something growing in Jack's memory. So either someone's planted a tree or a bush or a rose, but there seems to be Jack's place that he's acknowledging. I could be mixing this up with Michael because they're like this. They're like bloody tweet, and they're like peas in a pod. But he's acknowledging, I love standing there and watching it grow. So there must be something growing in their memory as opposed to, just a plaque or something like that. There seems to be something growing and blooming. Nature is blossoming, this tree, bush, shrub, whatever it is, okay? But I just I want you, if you can, to get through to people or even send this video to them. This is the beauty of doing this. Yeah, because you can send them the video and they can listen to the link, all right? So anybody that you know that would benefit, because he's saying, let them know I'm okay, let them know that I send love. Darling, have you got any problems with your eyes, Eleanor?
His mum loves mutilate dish after his funeral.
And I'm going to say something else to you now, and I really, Jesus Christ. After he said forest, he said lake. And I didn't mention it. And I'm not going to swear on anybody's lives anymore because I'm not lying.
Because he's just come up behind them. He's put his hands around both of them.
Right, you do that.
So he's an older guy.
That's not Eleanor's husband, no.
He's come up there behind her. Now, this guy, to be honest, he's come through and he's got this sort of, like when people sort of frown quite a lot. He looks like he's always got a frown on his face, this guy.
Haven't got him.
He's not the tallest.
There's a tree in his grand's garden.
He's not the tallest. Oh, right. He's not the tallest of guys. But he's come in, he's put his arm around there. He would be wearing a shirt and he'd have like either like a tank top thing, you know what I mean? Or he would dress quite smart, but with trousers, this guy. And he's come in, and I think he's quite fair on top. If not, it might be when he's a bit older and he's gone a little bit lighter grey. But he's come in. I keep on getting the name sort of, I don't know if it's Tom or something.
I was going to say that, or Trevor.
Tom, or that sort of name.
I've got him now. I've got him.
And he's got a cigar in his hand. He goes, this is because, now this, I'll get this cigar thing with him. Isn't because I smoke cigars. It's usually, to me, it's more like there's news of a pregnancy coming, or there's news of a birth or something.
Eleanor,
like
are you pregnant, young lady? I'm only joking.
Yeah, and he's come in as well. I'm blinding. Oh, she's blinding one eye.
You're blinding one eye.
Okay.
I thought so because I'm finding it hard to focus and look out of my eye. I don't know if it is your right eye, but I receive all of my phenomena to the right. And so I'm really struggling with my eye. And it's because you're blind in one eye, darling. That would make sense. Okay.
Do you understand who this guy is? Because he's come in pretty strong. He's behind the pair of them. He has two uncles in spirit. So there you go. Is that one of them? Is that him?
He has two uncles in spirit.
Oh, right. Okay.
God bless those beautiful people in spirit. Yeah. See, the thing is, right, I've just got to say this. Can we leave their love with you, Eleanor? And
yeah.
You do really well with one eye because I'm really struggling here. I need for it to go. It's not gone yet. It'll go in a minute, hopefully. I don't mean that rudely because once I break the connection with you, hopefully my eye will get better. Do you know what?
Not pregnant.
I just.
Someone.
I know. I'm only joking, darling. That was a joke. Trust me, it was a joke.
There's going to be news, and
but there'll be news. I'm seeing. Oh my God! I was just about to say I'm seeing Pitsy Girl. Don't want to ruin it, but yeah, perhaps in the springtime. I've just seen spring written up.
Yeah.
So perhaps in the springtime you're going to hear about that. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you want to send this to Mum. Or you want to even, perhaps it might be too hard for her to listen to, I don't know, but Jack really wants to be acknowledged that he's alive and well. And this is one thing that he's just said to me. He goes, you need to tell people that. And I know exactly what Jack means, right? Even though we're sitting here and it's all lovely and fun and we high five and all the rest of it, we are actually talking to people that are dead. They are physically dead, but they are still alive. Yeah. And, I get trolled and these people say, oh, it's all a load of old shit and all mediums rip people off and all the rest of it. Right? I didn't say the F word, Richard Morley. Right? That was so. What I'm saying is, right, is that sometimes I have to listen to the spirit people because I say, do you realise what you're doing for us? And this is what that lovely Jack. He would have been such a handsome man when he got older. He's a real looker, right? His hair had to be perfect, by the way. But do you and it's kind of like you say, do you realise what you're doing? You're bringing us back to our family. I'm like, yeah, I know we are. So just take a breath and know that even if we get to you tonight or not, right, it's only because we haven't had a time to get round to everybody. So even if you're sitting there thinking, please, Mum, please, Dad, please, whoever, They are sitting there with you. It's just a matter of time for us to get with them. They are with us, darlings. They're still alive. We can't sit here and make this up.
No.
We don't know these people. I don't mean that rudely, but we've got literally hundreds of people. Oh, hello, Helen, darling. Mind you, do know Helen, to be fair. But all I'm trying to say is that we can't sit here and make this up. No. These are your people that love you, trying to get as much information to us as possible to say to you, you're never alone. We're always there with you, no matter what happens. So take something from that tonight, guys. If you don't take anything else, take that with you, that you just have to talk to them and wait for the signs, okay? Because I'm talking on their behalf.
Yeah.
They are with us every time we need them. It's your faith and you opening your energy and trusting that makes it work. If you don't, it won't. Okay, so anyway, there's my little soapbox lecture over.
It's quite funny. People are saying first time watching on here. Quite a few people saying it's the first time we've been on it.
Is it the first time you've been on here?
On YouTube, it's the first time we've been on here, isn't it?
Yes, first time we've been on here. We are like virgins.
I've got a woman here, right, and she sat down, and I've got Auntie June sat next to me, so I've got a June here. I feel, or someone who's very much like Auntie June, but I feel in the name June.
I can see her straight away.
Strong.
Yeah,
and she's a bit, to be honest, she's a little bit she's a little bit hyacinth.
She's got a bob.
Yeah, she's got like a that's right. And she's got a little, and she's a bit hyacinth. And again, I feel she would be the one with the glasses with the cord again. Do you know what I mean? And I feel she had a bit of a pear on her, to be honest.
Very
she
dare.
had boobs on her. She's lovely, got lovely, soft energy, right? And she's a really lovely woman, and she's a really lovely, cuddly, lovely, gorgeous sort of woman who you warm up to, which is really nice.
She either worked in a reception or a doctor's reception or hospital, or
yes.
She was a person that you would see who represented the business.
Yeah.
Hello, dear, what can I do for you? Real and loved to volunteer to do things, or real good communicator.
Great energy. This
really
woman
good
has.
communicator.
Lovely energy. Lots of.
You got brain tumour?
Huh? I've got anything. Yeah, I'm still in her nice energy because she's got such a lovely sort of flowy energy. She wouldn't, sort of be horrible to anybody. She's just such a lovely woman. But she's gone.
I feel like there was either a blockage to her brain, an aneurysm or a tumour, because she's saying, "Oh, that bloody took me off. That did." So there was a huge swelling or an aneurysm that hit her head, and that's what took her over. And it was really quick, actually, even though she was poorly before, because she had headaches. She felt a bit sick and nauseous and dizzy and balanced, and they were checking for vertigo and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But actually, it was this thing travelling and creating problems.
I feel it was right up and here because I can feel the whole.
I can feel it here.
Yeah, I feel it.
That's right. So we're going up that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel.
So where are we, guys?
My aunt is referred to as Mrs. Bouquet by family members.
Oh, is she? Do you understand the rest of it?
Oh, it's Katie. Katie Sharples. Katie Sharples.
Don't tell me, as it'll put me off. Hello, I'll remember you later, but we're sitting with the spirit people.
So I do feel right. Go on, tell me. Oh, do you know what?
Mrs. Bucket.
Get that Jane name again. I keep on getting Jane as well.
She's got to be Jean, June, Joan. I hate that bloody name. It's the same as Jim, John, Jay, or whatever. So, and she.
My great aunt, she was Mrs. Biglow, but she doesn't sound very much like her. That's
no, that's not her then. That's fine, darling.
We've definitely got her.
Keep going. Katie, do you remember the rest of. Do you understand the rest of the information? Tell us.
Her name was Jane. There you go.
Her name was Jane.
I was very young. Okay. Also, I keep on getting your name. I keep on getting Nicky around her as well. So I don't know if that's a family member that was close to her or whatever, but I keep getting the name Nicky.
Mine's better now
as well. That's good, isn't it?
How the hell did they make me go like half blind in my eye? How did they do it? Yeah. So this Jane's here. Like I say, she's really lovely. Do you know what? She really, really revelled around having children around her. I know that I always get this because I'm a dad thing, but she always revelled around it because she's going like that with the children. She's going, I love them. I think they're great. I've got a girl and a boy here at the moment that she's holding on to. Because this is going way back, isn't it, Katie? Because you're saying that you were young when she passed over. Yeah. So there's a man that's coming in next to her, and I don't think she's your granddad. Hang on.
Did he have mobility problems? Because I feel an old man shuffling in.
Yeah.
So he's got to have mobility problems before he went.
Leather slip-on slippers.
And I'm getting pain all the way through my back and my chest.
Yes, so and my ribs.
So I'm getting that with him as well. So
I don't know what that condition is at the moment, though. I don't know if it's his lungs. I don't know if it's emphysema.
And also it's crippling him down a bit. And he's a bit like, oh, Jesus. And he's like that,
He's not the greatest talker, Katie.
No.
Kate, if you just changed your work, or are you doing some sort of assignment on something or researching something? Because it seems to be like you've got a new interest in something, you're really going for it. Does that make sense to you? So make sure we're the right one. Oh, Wayne, thank you, darling. Such a little star.
Cool,
Katie, is there anybody there? Katie, come back to us.
Is there anybody there?
Yes, I've just changed my job. Let's just high five that.
So do you understand this man as well? Do you understand this
So
man
do you
as
understand
well,
the man
Katie?
that came in? So he's either got emphysema or there's a COPD or there's some connection that really rattled through him, and I think he might have rattled and his back and his ribs and all that. And he might have even a curvature of the spine, but there's some sort of thing that created a problem with his mobility. And he had these leather slip-on slippers.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that go right up to the top by the ankle. He had those, and he wore those a lot. And there's a cat, and it's a long-haired cat, and it was a little shit actually, because it was like, it was a right horrible little. I could see this cat.
It's got mange.
It's got mange.
Mange. That's what it's like. It's a mangy little thing.
And it's like got a right attitude. You know when Sammy used to be like a little shit at home?
Yeah.
It's like, and you go,
to each.
and I don't know who adored that cat. I don't know who adored it, but it was a horrible thing, and he hated it.
You're not too sure of the bloke. Right, okay.
Right, so that's another link. So he's pushing himself in, yes? You would know about this man. Right, so let's concentrate on your auntie, see what she's got to give you, because you're not going to know a lot of her memories, because she's saying, well, she won't remember that, And then she's saying about, she's acknowledging changing your job. So what is she saying about mum? Your mum's still down here, though, on the earth plane, Kate.
Do you know what? I keep on seeing like a little pony. I don't know why. I don't know if this is a memory and she's going back, but I keep on seeing this little pony on holiday. So I've got like a nice little memory thing going on here in a farm. What? 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 Going for a pony.
Sorry, all I had was I'm going for a pony.
Maybe that's what happened. You got caught short on holiday and went for a pony.
Sorry. Right, now she's talking about your mum. Has Kate said anything about her mum yet? Because I'm not.
I can take horse riding on holiday. There you go.
Thank Christ for that. Well done. Jesus Christ. Right, okay.
Have
you said if your mum's here? Because I feel your mum's down here. I can't. Can you have a look, see if it's all right? Now, she wants to talk about your mum, right?
Yes, mum is still here. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Right. So your mum, right? Oh, hang on a minute. Come back.
Hey, is there anyone around you who's got a bit of a breathing condition, problem with their breathing or something, like COPD or something like that? So I've just all of a sudden my chest has gone tight. I'm like,
is there somebody in your family that's either who's having to be cared for, or they've got a chronic illness? And I don't know if there's pressure on your mum or your mum over worries, but there seems to be energy centered around worrying about your mum and how she's coping with something. Is this to do with your mum, sweetheart? And is there somebody called Maureen or Mary? There's an MR name. And I'm sorry, but we've been working quite a while now, and I'm getting a bit tired, and the names are getting a bit harder to get unless they just smack it in now.
Is that the chest thing, or is that the name Maureen?
Oh, yes to everything.
Was that yes to everything? We just really good.
If it says no, can we delete it?
Yeah, later on. We'll go through it all.
Right, is it someone being careful? Get in. Right, okay.
Right, is that person being careful? Is that the one with the chest problem?
Or the mobility or the pain in the torso area? My mum is Maureen. No. I thought that was Katie. Sorry, Alison. Hang on a minute.
My chest is really.
So that's got to be. Is that the gentleman? But I can see a woman as well. This is like there's a whole load of stress going on around your family, Katie.
My chest is really.
I just feel like it's just one thing after another. Yes. I just feel like there's this. I'm glad you changed. This job change happened, and I don't know if you were forced into it or you weren't sure. But it's a really good move for you. But I can't see you staying there a long time either. And it's not because it'd be your decision to move further forward. Because I still think there's more opportunities coming to you. Hold up. But
hang on, no, it's Alison. That's right, Alison. We'll get to you in a minute, I think. Darling.
Yeah, we'll come to you in a minute, Alison. What's that one? That's for Katie.
Fire.
Oh my God! See,
My
look.
mum has COPD and my auntie's Maureen.
No, that's Sarah.
That's Sarah. Sorry. That's getting late. It's getting late. I'm getting tired.
Sarah, your mum has COPD and my auntie is Maureen. Right, hang on a minute. Let's just stay with Katie a minute while we do this. What's happening is spirit people have got a knack now. They know what we're doing now. So they are everywhere in this bloody house. Okay?
We've gone over. So that what they're doing is they're going to try and jump in as soon as possible now.
Right. So basically, Katie, that card, which is the Two of Fire, Two of Swords, is making a decision over a career thing with you, actually, because I know it's not about being indecisive. New partnerships or contracts, okay? So I know that you're going onwards and upwards. There's been a lot of stoutness around you in the last 2.5 years, and it seems you've been battering from one place to another, okay? I don't know if you've also either moved into a new flat or a new place, or you're wanting to move into a new place, but there seems to be energy around movement because I can see new windows, I can smell new carpet. So that always makes me feel like there's going to be new living circumstances as well for you, Kate. I just feel like, and I feel like either there was a disappointment in a relationship and that you've kind of literally been coming from a battle. You know, a battle of emotions, battle of situations. But I'm telling you now, and I'm not doing a fairy tale ending, it feels like everything's smoothing out and calming down now. But the one big spike in this is this care issue. And do you know what? I can't even feel who it is that's being cared for. Can you?
Yeah, I think she said it was her nan.
Oh, it is your nan?
Nan is being cared for.
Oh, I thought I said that.
She has dementia.
Yeah, is your mum looking after her? Because can I say to you, right? Can I say to you that
you take the relationship?
You can understand the relationship thing as well, Katie. Can I say to you, and I don't want to bring a downer on this, sweetheart, but she's got quite a strong progressive dementia, your nan, okay? And all I want to do is, and this is something for you, and again, you can play this to your mum, whatever you want to do, but your mum feels duty bound to be there and do everything she can for her mum. I understand that, but there's going to be some decisions around her care, right? I don't know if that she's going to be moving care home. She's in a care home, isn't she?
Nannies, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if there's decisions being made about that, or she might have to, I don't know what it is, but there's something coming up where there's decisions to be made around her care. And I don't know if it'll be a different facility, or she is in the perfect facility for her condition. But I just want to make sure your mum doesn't take too much of the sadness and the burden on, because your mum you're a strong girl, Katie. You're a real kind of go-getter and a real, I can deal with this. But your mum isn't as strong as you. And I feel that this is affecting her a lot. She's very, very scared of watching her mum go downhill. And I know they haven't had the most divine love and light relationship. But what I will say is that she's not doing good around this, but she hasn't said about it. So perhaps now and then, if you can, spend some time with your mum and just chat about it and see how she feels. Because the biggest spike in the stress coming up for the future is to do around your nan. Okay, darling, your granddad's gone up, though, because I feel like I want a man standing there who's quite silently, I can't see him, I can't feel him. All I can sense is there's a man almost nodding with everything I'm saying connected around this transition. And what was that place you said again? Oh, bloody missed it. Is there an address of Long Road connected with you, Katie, or where your nan is or where your mum is? Long Road or Long Avenue? Victory, good news is on its way. Being unwilling to make a decision or stalemate. It's not worth doing the cards because it's exactly right?
My dad's passed.
My dad's dad passed when I was little. Again, the reason I think why he's just acknowledging his presence is because we could talk about your granddad, but I really don't think you're going to know a lot about him. But I do know that this man is standing there quietly, making me feel like. So, yeah, I'm wondering if it's that your mum is worried about her dad. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but there's so much worry and she's keeping it all inside, pretending everything's okay. So you are very good at communication skills. You're very good at getting to the root of something without making it obvious, Kate. Just take some time out to make sure she's okay and allow her to get it off her chest, okay? That's the advice I want to give you. You've got everything going for you, but there is a decision, a stalemate, or a decision coming up. Two of Swords coming up. I know it's a Two of Wands. I know this is a Two of Air, but it depicts Wands, right? But I'm telling you now, there is going to be some decisions that need to be made, and I really do feel it's around the care of either your granddad or your nan, and movement needs to take place. It's not going to be a major biggie, but just make sure that you've got your mum's back, okay? I know it's hard because you two can sometimes brush up each other against the wrong way, but I'm telling you, it's going to be okay. And again, Margaret comes up with you, Maggie. So I don't know if this is to do with someone down here or again up there, but that name's just been shouted at me just as I was doing it. Okay, so take their love, whoever it was, I can't remember, it's come through now, and good luck, because you've got a good year coming, darling.
I'll tell you what, if someone can't take this person, I'm going to have to find a hat and eat it, because the description is just out there. So this is an old guy. He's got his neck forward like this, right? And he's definitely got like a hump on his back. This is why I said, you should be able to find him. I don't know whether he had like bushy eyebrows or something like that, because he's showing me these like bushy eyebrows really predominantly. But he definitely had this. Now, I feel like it might have been a cancer condition he's gone with. And also, I keep on feeling around prostate as well with him. So I'm not sure if he had prostate cancer or something like that. But also, my breathing's not too good with him either. But I don't know if this is to do with this condition where he's sort of hunched over and he's got this sort of hump.
Sorry, I just had to do that.
I don't know if I'm getting like the name Brian or something like that with him, or Brian or something like that. I'm not too sure on that. Is it? Where's that? Who's that?
I'm going to keep going. Oh, please
Claire, is that my granddad, maybe? Did he have the hump thing? Because he's definitely got this pushy eyebrows. He's really
did he have a stroke?
A real big thing.
Did he have multiple strokes that kind of created a body that wasn't really working?
Did he have cancer, Claire? Because I feel like there was that sort of thing going on with him.
I think there was a lot of things going on. I think it was a prisoner in his own body.
Yeah, he don't feel too good, bless him. But I've got good news for that, though, because he's just shown me something as well. Right, so then what you do?
Amber, I won't.
Hang on a minute.
Thanks, Emma.
Yes, the cancer and the bushy eyebrows. Thank you, Claire.
Right.
So can I just carry on a little bit?
Sorry, sweetheart.
Right, so he's just come in, right? Hang on, he's going on about the two girls. So I don't know if there was the two girls that he's left down here, because he's going, they're really important to me, the two girls. Bless him, he was cared for quite a long time, this bloke, and they had to really rally around for him and all that lot. But he's really going on about the two girls that are around him a lot, and that they're really important to him. He's saying that, go on. He's saying that he felt so, what's the word? What's the word?
He felt so helpless because he's saying I was dribbling. Sorry to be so, but he felt like he was dribbling and he couldn't even eat properly, and he felt like a baby in his own body, and he felt an element of feeling ashamed of himself. What's the word?
Yeah.
Can't remember. However, he's saying these two particular girls took dignity, gave him dignity, and even though he couldn't converse very well, or he couldn't get across what he wanted to say,
said it all.
Right?
Smile,
okay.
said it all. That smile we gave you, you know.
Yeah, you know. Does that make sense to you, darling?
Does that make sense? Who was there, isn't it? Does that make sense? I have two girls. I was going about two girls as well.
I was going about two girls.
Definitely had these people that looked after him as well. But yeah, he says the two girls really important to him.
But there is also two people that were there during the time, older, that were there during the time that he says helped me keep my dignity. No, this isn't me, I don't think. Right, okay. Right.
He's definitely going on about these people that looked after him. I feel like the cancer thing and the thing on the back. Can you feel this with me?
Yeah, I can see it.
I can feel it now. Hang on.
And he's got
sounds like my dad. He's called Brian. Thank you. He had lots wrong with him, and at the end he was dribbling, etc. My sister and I were there. We're always with him. This is it. Definitely. Yeah, this is it. Brian. That was his name. His name was Brian. Definitely.
You were so bloody good, Richard.
His main message is literally thank you so much, but also he wants you to know that he's well, because he's reverted now back to when he was younger. I'm saying about 35.
Please excuse me. I've got to let the dog out again.
Where he's more upright and he's feeling more himself, and he's got himself where he is there. Right, let's see what's this one.
Well done, Rick.
Well, look for me, mate. Go on. Right, you got your. Right, he's also saying, I don't know if you hear things in the house or something like that, but they'll be like, go on. He does like a clicking kind of sound, or a tapping or something like that he's doing when he's in the house. He does it all the time. And he also brings in like a sweet smell with him. I can smell it now, actually. It's a real sweet kind of smell that he brings in with him. Yes, I do. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, so yeah, you get the tapping and he gets that real sweet smell as well that he brings with him all the time. He literally has, I don't know, he's sort of knocking a football around at the moment, so I don't know what he's doing that with, but he's playing with the girls. So from an age, he's been looking after, like he's been around, playing around and stuff. Go on.
I can smell
Chemicals. Yeah, that's
I
it.
can smell him.
Can you smell it? Yeah. Okay. So barley sugars. That's literally like the smell. Yeah, it's that sort of smell. So what's that? What's he talking about chemicals for? I don't know what chemicals. Go on. Right. No, yeah. Yes, I do. Yes. Go on. Right. Who am I with? Verity. He was on lots of meds. Is this what all the chemicals is on about? Yeah, okay. So now I know what he's on about. I felt it was something like that, but I weren't quite right with him. So yeah, he was on that and he was pretty much out of it most of the time as well. He just suffered for so long, bless him. Right, go on, what's that? Are you, can I? He brings the butterflies. Butterflies is his sign. Yeah, okay. Also, right, is there some sort of change of location or something around you at the moment? Because he's just shown me a house, but then it just felt like it was something different. Are you looking to look for somewhere else or something like that at the moment? Because he's just showing me the house, it just feels like a change of location. Yeah, for years it was. Yeah, okay. Go on, mate. Yes, always a thought to move. Yes, yeah, because he's saying that's a good thing. I don't know if you're going to like a bigger place or something like that, but do you know what? I don't know if it's a necessity to have a garage because he keeps on showing me the garage and says that's important. So I feel like there's something going on there. I also feel to a nicer place. Right, go on. Right. For some reason, he's showing me Southend Pier. So I don't know if there's like memories of going on a pier or something, but to be honest, it feels like it's peeing down with rain, which is usually what it's like in Southend anyway. But he keeps on showing me that memory. Does that make sense to you as well? He works in my name's garage on his cars. There you go. Okay, that's it. So it wasn't important for him. He does feel like a bit of a tinkerer. And to be honest, when he was well, I don't feel like he would sit down for more than 5 minutes and do stuff. I've also got him putting plants and doing bits of everything, to be honest. So he was quite, and that's why it was so hard for him when he was ill. Okay, he loved the beach, any beach. Okay, yeah. So this memory though is definitely it's like peeing down with rain. Anyway, so he's always like sort of tinkering. He's saying that he used to love watching things grow and things like that as well. Go on. What about today? Was anybody actually like talking about him today or anything like that? He's mentioned about something that happened today as well. Okay. Is there a birthday around October? I don't know if it's the other end of October. Oh yeah, she was talking about him. Lovely. Oh yeah, definitely a gardener and a tinkerer. Yeah, definitely. He wouldn't sit down for longer than 5 minutes. It's quite handy though, because if you want a picture put up, he'd do it straight away. So it's quite cool. But yeah, what's that? Your son. Excellent. Brilliant. Go on. Yes, it's in October. Okay. What are you doing? Right. Your son, is there something, I don't know how old he is or anything, but for some reason he just mentioned maths around your son. So is he working, does he have, what's the maths thing? I can't get a maths connection. It's got a maths connection around the sun. I can't get quite what that is because I don't know if he's good at it or something like that, or he's started doing it or something like that. I'm not sure, but he keeps on going on about that.
Yes, my son.
Yeah. You've just been for a pony, Nick.
I haven't been for a pony, but Teddy's been for a pony, and I've had to stand there in the freezing cold waiting for him to come back in because he's been a diva. I've never known a dog to go to the toilet so many times because he wants attention.
Awful at maths, and my boy jokes about maths. There you go.
There you go. So he's acknowledging visitation. Yeah. So he's been there for the conversations.
He's been there for quite a lot. Also, he's saying the mood thing is quite important. He said start looking into it. He said before all the stuff hits the fan, and he's around you a lot, but he does revert back to when he was younger quite a lot because that's when he feels more healthy and he feels better. He was very quite silent, what I call a silent loving person, whereas they're not overly sort of present with their love and they sort of put it on you. But again, you know what we were saying earlier, where that little cuddle or something would be quite you know what I mean? That's quite important for him. But go on, nothing. Right, have you had to make sort of sacrifice with work or something like that to get a better balance with like home life or something like that?
No, we've done all this. We've done all this.
Oh, have
we? Because just studying.
Ah, right. And yes, very that. Okay. All right. Okay. So he's literally going over what we've already been about because he's talking about sacrifice and all that. But I think the best thing to do with that one is take his love.
Yeah.
And let him know that he's letting you know that he's happy up there, he's safe, and he's always around you. And he's very, very protective because he's just put a whole sort of sphere of protection around all of you. And all you said about butterflies, he's just brought butterflies to me, and it just brought me a beautiful pink butterfly. What was pink signify?
Pink signifies love, self-love. Make sure that you look after yourself, that you nurture yourself, that you're and this is what we said to you before about looking after yourself, making sure you've got enough time for yourself, that you're not exasperating yourself with your energies and doing everything for everybody else.
I confirmed Mum and Jess's sister, Margaret.
Jean's mum was Margaret.
Long down close.
Long down close.
Anyway, he's got lovely energy. I had a really nice connection with him there, and I knew that I didn't have to eat that hat. I knew someone would get him. How can you not get that description? But lovely, thanks very much.
I'm only joking. There was no way you were going to eat the hat because you're magnificent. Right, Amber Lee. We're going to do Amber Lee, okay?
Right, well, this is going to be we are half hour over.
I know. Right, so let's just do... Can you just do your cards? Who
are we doing?
Amber Lee.
Is that Amber Lee, that lady that we see the other day?
Yay! No, that was Vic. She's not turned up.
Oh.
She's going to be so white butterflies depict spirit. They depict clear, cleansing, purity, the spirit world, everything that is clear and clean. So if they come to it, means that you've got divine visitation from the spirit world when they're white.
Also, Rich described Jean as hyacinth. Is exactly how Nicky described her when she was doing a reading for me many years ago.
Oh, really?
For your mum.
Have I done a reading for you, Katie?
For her, no, for her mum. Years ago.
Oh, for a mum.
I'm just going to go with a pony.
Alan is going for a pony. Right, Amber, let's have a little look at what's going on with you, darling. Oh, Christ. What the hell? I've pulled Haniel again. That's the third time I've pulled the moon. Darling. Oh, it's good ending, though. Good ending. Oh, darling. Hello. Right, Amber, can I say to you, first of all, it's very psychic reading. I've got no spirit people around me at the moment at all, right? But this is a psychic reading at the moment, which is me picking up on your energies. Can I ask you, are you in an environment at the moment where you just don't feel happy, or there's, I don't know if it's to do with relationships or family, or you're not actually doing what you want to do, but is there a sense of you not actually accomplishing what you want to do in life at the moment? Because when Jophael comes in, it's basically... He's saying, he's saying that you feel like you haven't really got where you need to be. It's a feeling of, and I'm going to be honest with you, right? Just look at this card, right? It's a feeling of entrapment, or it's a feeling that you are being taken for granted, or someone isn't being entirely truthful with you. Can I first ask you, do you understand this, Amber? And is there someone that you feel like, can I be really honest? Are we talking about a relationship here, or am I not supposed to do this publicly on YouTube? Can you just confirm that? So I need to know what I can and can't say here. Right. Right, I'm going to do it generic, but you know what I'm talking about, don't you, darling? Okay, this is called the medium tin.
It's not. It's a big tin.
Oh, it's not a tin.
Large.
It's a ceramic dish, actually, from Trago Mills.
Right, what do you want, Nick?
We need to build up on our energy. It's not that we have a chocolate addiction at all. Amber, can I say to you, you've got really good intuition, okay? And what you sometimes do, because Jophael represents ego. Oh, of course he does, because he's got ego written on the bloody card, right? Jophael represents people around you. This isn't you. It's people around you that have either got an ulterior motive, are materialistic, are not true from the heart. They haven't got a good heart. They don't do it just for the love of it like we do. They're doing it because they're seeing what they get out of it, right? And I'm not going to talk about the person, but you know who I'm talking about. Is that right? Yeah? Okay. Now, the false mask is what you've been thinking and what you've been feeling about this person, right, is right. But you thinking that you're making it up because of your past experiences or whatever. But there really isn't a great ulterior. There really isn't a good energy coming towards you concerning this person, right? Because the other thing as well is that if you move away from this person, because again, you've got the moon, right? The moon depicts it could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, right? But also the moon also depicts secrets or things that you don't know about, or truths that haven't been told, or that you're being lied to, or someone is pretending to do things for you, but there's an ulterior motive for it. Do you understand what I'm talking about, darling?
It's a difficult one.
I know it's a difficult one. Can I say to you, I know that you can't move away from this at the moment because it's too close and it's going to create ripples, and I don't think you're ready to do that, okay? All I can say to you is when you're in a situation where you know someone hasn't got your best interest at heart, you need to politely step back from it, okay? Try and politely say, no, I can't go to that, or no, I don't want to do this, or try and get ways of keeping your energy away from them. Again, I've got other videos on YouTube that talk about protecting your energy and putting that pink bubble around you in the morning, because it just feels like this isn't good for you. Right now, there's also decisions to be made again with you to do with money, finance, stability. So I don't know if you're not happy where you're living, or you're not happy with work, or you're not happy with your environment, but it just doesn't feel great for you at the moment, darling. I just don't feel excited about anything. I feel it's rubbish. Really do feel that, okay? But this is the good news, right? Because can I just clarify, please, when and how? Because we've got the end cards. Thank you. Thank you. You've got two. Oh, for God's sake.
Have we got Michael?
We've got Michael. Shocker. Right, okay. Archangel Michael, you are safe, right? So, oh my God. What? I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. I'm telling you, this person is toxic, right? You could not make it up. This person is toxic, okay? And unfortunately, there's going to have to come a point where you are actually going to have to make moves away from this situation, because it's not serving you well. It's not allowing you to flow. The universe can't flow and provide you abundance because of this situation, right? And the other one is breathe. And this is Raphael. Now, there seems to be some situation from your past that has taken the strength away from you. Can you read the feedback?
Sorry,
that's taken the strength away from you, for you to be strong enough to stand and stand up for your courage of your convictions, if that makes sense. It seems like because of something that's knocked your confidence in the past, you don't want to stand up and say, no, I'm not happy with this. I've had enough of it. But you really, like, Raphael is the archangel of healing. He works on, as you can see, a green ray, right? And this is basically take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old I don't even know.
Michael's my...
Release old patterns.
Michael's my man.
Michael's your man. That's, well, as in your man on the earth plane, or as in Archangel Michael's your man, because Michael is my man actually, but he does share for that. So good. Okay. So it's talking about healing. It's talking about reflecting, being introspective of yourself and thinking, what can I do to rectify this situation? Okay. Yeah, he's my man as well, darling. This is just part of your soul path that you need to learn on how to stand your ground and actually say, I've had enough. Can you just pull one card out for me there?
Yeah.
What I will say to you is, though, don't get disheartened by this, Amber, because what's happening is that You are going to come into your own strength.
Oh
Okay.
God, absolutely bang on.
Oh my God, release. Archangel Azrael, the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. Couldn't make it up if you tried. Okay. So basically, it's telling you that you will actually cope and deal with this. It doesn't feel yet. I think it's about April, May, your change is going to come. And I don't know if there's going to be circumstances that are going to force you into it. But what I do know is that you are going to say enough's enough. Okay. Well done, you. Because what that does, that leads to the King of Earth, right? The King of Pentacles. In the Rider-Waite, he's sitting there like this, and he's got everything around him that he could possibly need. Stability, material comforts, emotional comfort. He's sitting there happy as a pig in you know what, because he's accomplished everything, okay? So all these seeds and everything you've been working towards lately, and you're thinking, I'm getting nothing back for this. I'm not being acknowledged. I'm not getting enough money. I really don't even know what I'm doing here because it's just pissing me off every day, right? But I'm telling you now, excuse my French, but it's coming, okay? April, May next year. I know it's a bit of a while to wait, but then that's when my book's released. So if you could read that, I'd be really happy.
My relationship with the perfect man, but I understand what you're saying. So that's good.
What's that?
Just to confirm, my relationship is the perfect man, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not saying it's your man. Do you remember what I said? This is a person that you know doesn't serve you well or drains you, and that's the person you've got to come away from. I didn't say it was your other half, but I had to be careful in case it was, but I didn't think it was, okay? Because he's very steady, he understands you, he talks with you, he listens to you. This doesn't feel like him.
Spot on.
Do you understand? This doesn't feel like him. I don't know if it's his mother, or it's someone to do with you, but your other half, right? I'm trying really hard not to make this personal because everybody's listening and watching and this is public, but he's trying to say to you, Jesus, wake up, smell the coffee. You know, this can't keep happening. Can't keep happening. They're taking the mickey, right? And you know what I'm talking about. I can't get too detailed on this, all right? I have to say general, and it's doing my head in. But one is you're going to come into your own. I don't know, again, if you are spiritually learning or you're trying to teach yourself tarot, but you're spiritually orientated. And I keep being told soul path, soul contract. So you are going through this experience because you're going to have to stand up to someone that's close to your family environment where you could create massive ripple effects. But it's like, do you know what? I'm sorry, but I can't keep having this off you. You just put me down, or you're always saying I'm doing the wrong thing. You might even criticize your relationship with your other half. You know, there's Lee. Oh no,
that's her.
Is that your middle name?
Lee.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Forget that. I forgot who I was talking to. That's just part of your name.
She too scared?
No, I know you're too scared, right? Because of what's happened in your past, where your confidence has been knocked and what you've been through. Again, I have to be a bit generic here, but you know what I'm talking about, right? That you're going to come into your own, right? And you're going to ask Archangel Michael, because he's your man, remember, to give you the strength to deal with this situation and stop this ever-turning ring of crap that's going on. It's almost like a passive emotional abuse. Do you know what I mean? It's really unnecessary what they say and do, and it's just not good for you. And your other half sees it, and it's like, for Christ's sake, you know, now and then, not a lot, but he does see that. Now, this is a good thing, darling, because I know the reason why I know it isn't your other half, right? This is a 10 of water, but it also, in tarot, is a 10 of cups. It is the most positive love card that you can get. I know you can get the King of Cups and all the rest of it. However, the 10 of Cups, I don't know if you know the Tarot Rider-Waite. It's the easiest way to describe, because everybody knows those cards. It's like a rainbow with the cups. And then you've got the couple standing there with their arms up, joyous, with children around and blah, blah, blah. And so what I will say to you is, you've got a really good relationship there. He's steady.
Oh my God, words than that. He says.
Yeah, I know, exactly. And we could even be going to the C word level. I'm not going to lie. But what I want to say to you is that I know you're too scared, but something will kick in where eventually you'll say enough's enough, okay? Because at the moment, it's keeping you stuck. And the problem is, and this is a message for everybody, when we have someone telling us or making us feel shit about ourselves, and it could be our mum, our dad, it could be anybody, right, that shouldn't be doing that, we take it on board and we start curving inwards. Our soul starts believing what they're saying. And what happens then is then you create this energy around you, and all you do is attract crap and stuckness. All right, so this is why I'm telling you, you need to alleviate your connection with this and try and step back, try and step away from it. Doesn't necessarily need to be a confrontation, but it's just not good for you. It's going to help you exercise your boundaries and your own personal strength, okay? The 10 of Water is telling you that you've got a solid family life foundations. You've got the King of Pentacles coming here, so there's financial improvement going on here. There is definitely some, and I don't know if it's to do with you or your other half, there's definitely investment in different work, or there's some way of getting more financing, because it feels like I'm doing very well, thank you very much, by the end of next year. But I want to start the movement April, May time. So whatever you've been putting your energy into, investing in for long-term stability, I'm telling you, it's going to pay off, okay? You've got it really good. I don't know if you've got 2 children, but I keep seeing a boy and a girl, and I don't know what that's about. But all I know is I want to talk about you, and I want to say to you that you need to deal with this relationship. It's the key to you moving forward and feeling a lot better about yourself, Amber, because it's bringing back demons from your past. It's bringing back all this self-doubt and stuff that you got rid of ages ago. I hope you can understand that. And one more thing. Oh, my God, clairvoyance. Raziel helps us to connect with the divine. Okay, Raziel is a person who helps us initiate our connections through meditation. So I told you earlier that you've got a good intuition, and I don't know if you're learning about spiritual things, but this is a card like purple depicting obviously our crown chakra, right? Is that you are basically being asked to kind of connect more spiritually and work with your intuition. Okay, is there anything else you want to say to Amber before we go?
No, but I've got one more what to do, I'm afraid.
Right, okay, I hope that's okay for you, Amber. But do you know what? You've got 2 of the most positive cards as final outcome. So that's absolutely brilliant, darling. I hope that's okay for you, sweetheart. Go on.
I've got a guy here, right? And he's quite short. And I don't know whether he's got like short skinhead hair, but it's like it's either ginger or it's very fair. And he's got like a little button nose. And I think he might have dressed like a skinhead, to be honest. I don't know if there's a name like Matt or Matthew around him, because he first came in looking like someone I knew called Matthew. So I'll keep on getting this Matthew sort of name around him. I don't know if there was knife crime around him, because I keep on seeing a knife. So I don't know if he was stabbed or whatever, but there was definitely something like that going on there.
Yeah, it's drugs.
Yeah. Do you know what? Even though he had that exterior, I do feel a little bit of feminine energy with him. So I don't know if he was gay or he was just actually quite soft inside, but not, you know what I mean? Not, it was like that. Go on, give me, what else you got here? Hang on, I'm just seeing. I feel like this happened at night, this thing, because I'm seeing like a street light coming down on him, and then I've got it all happening. Does anybody understand who this is? Who else? Give me. Is there like Joanne as well connected with this? It feels like it's saying the name Joanne.
There's a park. I keep being taken to a park, like a children's playground. And I feel like there's a council estate, so I don't feel he came from a really affluent background.
No, I don't think he was that old either, to be honest. I think he was only quite young when he
I don't know. I think he had a very boyish face, so I think he looked younger than he was.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he either died of a drugs overdose or there was a stabbing over a drug deal, but this feels like...
what people can get in for someone who he's sort of shouting out to.
Oh, that's nice, creative minds, saying good luck to who
everyone's
it's
been
for.
lovely on there. Everyone was really backing up Amber then as well. They're saying,
I know,
you can do it and all that. It's a lovely thing.
What a lovely, lovely environment we've created tonight. Rather than watching the telly and being mind blank, we've created such a beautiful dynamic tonight. Isn't that lovely?
Carry on, mate. And he's talking about...
Joanne, this isn't to do with you, is it?
Right, so he also, I think he might have worked in a factory or around by that sort of environment, because he just is saying about the factory. And yeah, because I can see him working on like a conveyor belt sort of thing.
Like chicken. It's like a chicken factory.
No, but do you know what? It's not, you know, like factories that are sort of outside, but they're not. They're in a factory, but the doors are always open. There's always that sort of cold thing going on. His energy is so strong, honestly. Someone's got to find this guy. Like I say, his hair's so short.
There's also Kevin
ginger.
or Gavin.
Yeah, there's quite a few people who used to hang around.
Or Vinny or Vincent.
People used to hang around with. What's his name? I don't know. He keeps. I think it's.
We've just given you. Don't worry about his name. Worry about what we've told you, and then once we nail your energy with him, we can start getting more personal information. But so far, there's been Gavin or Kevin or Vinny, Vin. That's okay, Joe.
Matthew was the first name.
Matt or Matthew.
Matt or Matthew was the first name he gave me.
And there's a playground, and it's like on a council estate.
Yeah. It feels like that, you know, that film with all the skinheads and all that. Like, it feels that era. It feels that sort of thing, you know, with like.
And it's either a drug overdose because he's not communicating with me. Perhaps he don't like girls. I don't know.
It keeps on showing me the knife crime thing, but yeah, I've seen being sick and all that lot, and it's like so
it's almost a bit like train spotting, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's that kind of environment. Totally.
Tell me, how did you go? Right. Also, there's a suicide round him as well. There's also a suicide round him.
Was that him?
Overdose. Well, I just see. I don't know when they put
a heroin overdose
over their neck. It always means over like. I have helped local council kids. He died through drugs. Do you understand who this is? Who's that?
Anya.
Anya. Oh yeah, because it's.
Hey, Anya.
Anya.
Could you understand who this is? But we want Matt or Matthew, and there's either Gavin or Kevin there, or Vin or Vinny or something like that.
Joanne. I feel like Joe might be his sister or someone.
And there was a police. There was a police inquiry as to whether he was supplied with either the heroin or whatever killed him.
Yes, that's with him. Okay.
Yes.
So, right.
Okay.
So was his name Matt? Was it Matthew? If that is, because that's how he showed himself as he first come in.
Hi, Janine. Oh, hello. I've got to speak to you, love.
But anyway, he's here. So she just didn't know him directly then. It's just one of the kids that she helped.
Hang on.
Go on, what else we got for you?
Yeah, the Alzheimer's. Okay, I don't know if this man. Hi, Ollie. I don't know if
was
this.
A proper redhead, always an addict. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now,
Anya. His actual. Him inside, he wasn't a nasty kid. Do you understand what I mean? He actually had quite a nice thing.
Did he come from Norwich? Norwich.
Found no one. I knew him. Found no one. I knew him personally.
You knew him personally.
Oh, okay.
Good. Okay. So, as I say, I don't know if there was a police inquiry as to how he passed, or whether it was suicide or it was an accidental overdose or something like this. But there was a knife. There was knife crime. He was basically a lovely, lovely kid, but just mixed with the wrong people at the wrong time. Don, is your dad's passed over? If this is the right person, I think what he's done is he's come in to say thank you, and his gift is giving you his dad, because I'm sure this is your dad that's just come in. Does that make sense?
Also, I don't know what this means, but he's giving you a ring, right? It's a real. I don't know what this is. It almost looks like them sort of toy rings that you get in like an egg. I don't know why he's giving that to you, but it's almost like a gift. It's to say thank you. I don't know what they might have some sort of relevance to you, but he's giving you something like that.
If he hasn't given it to you, then I feel like, and I want you to let me know when you find it. I don't know if you're going to find a plastic ring or a cosmetic ring on the floor, or randomly somewhere, not at home, like where it could fall out from somewhere, randomly at home. I've got you. I've got him now. And you're going to find that, and it's almost going to be a symbol to represent what he wants to say, and that the proof of him being here, because it's not just him you helped. So I don't know if there's been two others that went over, because it seems that you've been exposed to a lot of people passing over, not necessarily family. That's got to be your dad. Your dad's passed, hasn't he, Anya? Absolute pleasure, Amber.
Right, why have I got? I've got him.
It is, isn't it? Creative mind, something really positive about sadness, because you always feel like a foster mum or something. It's like there's loads of people that have come to you for help, Anya, but for the first time in your life, you're actually changing it round to helping yourself now, which is really good for you. So well done, you. But I want to know if this is your dad, because he's saying that's my daughter, my daughter, and I want to make sure he's talking about the right daughter.
When you're talking about her dad, I see him going. I keep on seeing him visiting a care home. This addict guy, so I don't know if that's what happened. Whether he's done a care home. Right, it keeps on going to this care home.
I don't know about that. Yeah. Sorry, I don't think he didn't visit him physically.
No, not physically. Yeah. But he keeps on. I think his energy is saying, "Oh, he's helping me to say, like, was he in the care home and all that lot." Right, go on.
Thanks, Wayne.
How could you give me? What?
Frank, could you give me insight into my sexuality? Do you mean that you're confused? Sorry, that's right, Anya. That's right. Right, Anya, your dad has passed, hasn't he? Oh, thank you, Joanne. Anya, your dad has. Did you miss what we said about him bringing? Right, that's what I thought.
Right, okay.
That's what I thought. Good.
Okay.
Right, so not good your dad's passed, darling, but did you miss about the ring, and did you miss the whole reason why he's come in here today?
So basically what he done, he came to me when we was in your energy, he's given me like a toy ring that you'd find in like one of them plastic eggs, and he's giving it to you. And Nicky said, if you haven't actually had that or you don't understand what that is, you're going to find it.
Oh no, she's put yes.
Oh, you understand.
You understand all that. Good.
Brilliant. Okay.
Right, your dad, was he in a, Richard senses that he's in a care home. I can't see him yet. I just keep hearing him saying, that's my daughter, that's my daughter.
This young lad kept on going to the care home when I was, I don't know if he passed in a care home, your dad, or was in there for a while, but he's come now. Hang on. Is she still there?
He was from Norwich.
Because was he? Yes, I do, and he's in love. Oh no, hang on. And Dad knew his what? Yes, I do. He was the love of my life, and Dad knew he's old. I'm confused.
So, lad.
Oh, we knew the lad.
Oh my God.
Right. Okay, so that's why he's.
Oh,
that's
darling,
why he's
your dad was the love of your life. Okay, so, darling, was he? Richard sensed that he was in a care home because he kept seeing this boy go to a care home in his mind. But I keep getting a sense your dad had a massive heart attack, or it was a really quick passing. Are we picking up on another man on top of your dad?
People, go away, you idiot.
What's that?
I know that's disgusting. Go away.
Oh, well done, Oni. You've just made yourself look the biggest cock on the whole planet. Jesus Christ, go and spend your time elsewhere, love.
Lovely, isn't it, Wayne?
Right, Amber. Anya. Hurry up.
Family friend this lad was. Dad had
heart attack.
Was in a
care home.
There you go.
Sorry that happened, but we high five because we're so happy that we're getting it right for you. Okay, yeah. It's not about aren't we clever. We're so happy we're getting it right for you. Now, to be honest with you, your dad is a really funny, chilled guy, right? He's really lovely, got a big grin on his face. I don't know if he got freckled when he was in the sun, but at the moment I can see him with a really short sleeve shirt on, and he's in the sun and he's loving it. And I don't know if you ever used to go to a caravan. Do you see that as well? Don't know if you ever used to go to a caravan or not. But he's sitting next to a caravan on a deck chair with his shirt open, and he's got a really nice tan. And I feel like I want to be right by the beach. Does that make sense?
Table there as
yeah?
Well.
Yeah, right. And he's saying, this is where I spend most of my time, love, if I'm not down there. He's really proud of you because you've made some massive changes in your life, and he's really proud of you for doing that. And he also, there's a couple of kids, and I think you missed this bit. There's a couple of kids you've helped that have gone over, and that they've naturally attracted themselves to your dad to say, and I know that he knew your dad. It's almost like, isn't your daughter a star because she really helped us, even though we were in very difficult and damaged situations. Your dad also said, to be honest with you, darling, I'd never, ever want to leave you because your mum you are so daddy's girl. But I feel it's a blessing he had the heart attack.
A photo with Dad at caravan, shirt undone. Dad and I always in spirit contact, 100% ginger beard. He's grown.
He wants to be a gypsy. I have a photo with Dad at the caravan with his shirt undone. Sorry, we're just going to have to do a very... Right, okay. So that's the photograph, darling, that when you think of your dad, right, and you miss him and you want to talk to him, can you use that photograph to talk to him? Because he wouldn't have brought that particular photo in or that picture in my mind if it wasn't something that was either got a brilliant fond memory but also a brilliant way for you to connect with him. To be honest with you, darling, I think you're very aware of him coming into your life. And do you know what? He was so supportive. Whatever you did, even if you made mistakes, he was always supportive and found the positive side of it for you. And at the moment, I feel like he can do nothing but hug you and say how proud he is. I can't emphasize how much he's saying how proud he is. I feel like the last 3 years, you've changed your life, or you've started. Do you know that last message I was giving Amber about standing up to people and saying no, right? I feel like what you've done is you've suddenly thought, hang on a minute, I've done all of this, I've worked my balls off, and then no, I'm changing it, right? And there's been ripples in your family and friends where they're like, oh, she thinks she's changing her life and trying to better it, right? They're not used to change because they're all way back, not changing their lives either, right? But you're moving on from that. So you're getting this resistance from people around you. And do you know what? It's a very similar message and a similar thing that your dad wants to bring through is, I'm sure there's Jim again. I keep getting Jim. Jim's back in again, this name, Jim or James, right? And the thing is that I think there is a bloody John. It's a very common name, but I'm sure he's saying John as well as Jim. And I don't know if he used to play cards with people, but I'm sitting there going, go on, hurry up, you're next, right? But he's making me feel like I'm really proud of you because you've had a few rows or you stood up to a few people that haven't liked the change in you, but I am so proud of you. And this is all I ever wanted for you, was for you to be happy, eh?
So thanks for a little peace of mind, Matsu. Idiots.
Oh my God.
I know, what's the matter with people? So silly, aren't they?
I know. Yay, we've got the sad trolls that have got nothing going on in their lives and they have to interfere with our evening.
That's all right, don't worry.
Oh, well, never mind. Okay, so do you understand what I've just said, darling? Because I can't remember what I said now because I was just following exactly what he inspired me to say.
Right.
Has she written it down? Is she still there? You're still there, Anya?
There's always one, Reiki, that's right.
Stole from me repeatedly, even after second
That's
chance.
nice
Jim,
post,
mate,
yes,
on allotment. Your dad is John. Get in, and his friend is Jim. Oh, I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased because I do hate saying the name John because it's like, oh, do you know someone called John? Who doesn't? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm really glad his name's John.
Builder?
Thank you, John. Yeah. Go on, darling. I don't know if you. Oh, we've got moving coming up again. John is your dad is saying that. Go. Yeah, okay, I've got that. My dad, when he's come through in readings before, has always said to me, that's why I had the stars done. One, when we were kids and Richard and Sarah used to ask where Dad had gone, I used to take him to the North Star and say, see that star? That's Daddy's star.
Right,
and then I got a reading. Do you remember that? Oh, bye.
Mm.
And then I remember going for a reading with someone. They said, your dad's saying that you used to say about the star to the kids. He goes, you're the star, you're my star. So stars have been massively significant for me, okay? Oh, Jesus Christ. Right?
Oh,
so he's making me feel like you're his star, okay? And what I want to say to you is that I still feel there's movement going on. I don't know if you're going to move house or you're going to move away.
Out to his first home with girlfriend.
Oh my God, that's what it is. Okay, your son is about to move out. That's perfect. And I don't know if this is a big wrench for you, but let him go. They're going to do well. You know, I think they're going to fall flat on their ass, but they're not. I think they're going to do well here because I've got this move and I feel really positive about it. And I feel like you've done everything you can to help him do that. So well done, you. And this is right. A desire to move on. Right now, this is back to you. Right. So the move. There were two moves that I was going to talk about. One is the move of someone moving into a new home. So we've just covered that with your son, right? The other one is still. Even though you've made a load of changes in your life, there is still you've got an itch you can't scratch, okay? So all I'm going to say to you is that you're totally right. This itch you can't scratch is because you still haven't got always there. You're about 70% on the path to where you should be. For some reason, I don't know if it was people, circumstances, illness, I don't know what it was, but you were stuck for so long. And then suddenly, in the last 3 years, you've got hold of your life. You've got hold of your life and you are just smashing it, darling. You're smashing it, right? And so I'm saying well done. And
what a load of bullshit.
Why, who's saying that?
I know, but obviously.
Hey, Nathan, you're so intelligent. Okay,
Make
so
it all up, are we?
No, don't put attention on the sad people that they wouldn't even say it to your face, would they? So basically, all I want to say to you is, darling, is that you're still on your path going towards what you want to do. And with this, it's still to do with emotions. So I don't know if there's more relationships that you need to deal with or end or walk away from or encourage, but there's still movement going on with you. And also what I'm going to say to you is that there's been disappointments in some people because they've watched you grow, okay? And what?
It's putting it up in the ranks of live streaming, so gamers are viewing it. As we're going that high up in the streams.
Really?
There's other people who, yeah.
Oh, welcome, dickhead people that want to say stupid things. Welcome, dickheads. Come and improve our stream, you fucking retard. Excuse my French. Love and light, love and light, love and light. Right? So all I want to say to you is you're 70% there. You're doing amazing. Your dad is proud of you. He's inspiring you. He's coming in your dreams. He's making you say, go girl, keep going. And what I want to say to you is as well, darling, is that there is still a desire to move on. This card says a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful with spiritual and emotional growth. You are still on your path, and it is the best one you've ever been on in your life, darling. And that, you couldn't make it up with that card, could you, right? So all I'm saying to you is just continue. I would love, love, love for you to be going to workshops again, like I said to someone earlier, spiritual retreats or whatever you want to do, because there is so much more growth spiritually coming for you. But emotionally, you are smashing it, because I'm telling you now, if I was giving you a reading 3 or 4 years ago, it would be that you're depressed, you don't know where you're going, you've got no movement, you feel crap about yourself. I think you were physically ill, or there was something like that going on, and you just weren't going anywhere. And suddenly this bloody cocoon has morphed into the most beautiful butterfly. So you fly, darling, and you keep flying, because you are doing brilliantly. And I'm telling you now, the love coming from your dad is so amazing, because, you know, he does regret the fact he's not here, but he's glad that he's gone up, because he wasn't going anywhere in that home. You know, it just seemed to go on and on and on. And so there is a blessing with a heart attack. What are you laughing about? Oh, Joanne, if it helps, we can't see the negative comments.
The man looks like he smells poopy stink fingers. If you get a troll, it means you've made it. Oh, that's all right.
Oh my! No, we've got about 3-4 trolls. I'm so glad you can't read it. It's really funny. It's so sad, isn't it?
It's great. I love it.
So, can you understand all that, darling, for me? Because I just want to say to you, very well done. And hang on a minute, just let me fingers. Can I just listen, baby, now?
Oh dear. Oh, the YouTube filters the bad ones out. I wish I could see the. Oh, funny.
Oh, do they filter it out? These comments
made me laugh though.
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
What was that?
The lady looped. He should be a comedian.
That was supposed to be working.
So funny. Right, sorry. Them trolls can stay there as long as they want, because they're so funny. Oh dear, that made me laugh. I got a giggle.
Please stop.
Oh my God, I'm hurting. Oh.
You gotta know what happens is there's a track. Once we start laughing, I can't stop. If anybody went on our ghost hunt, right, where we met Matthew Hopkins, that slashed his poor man's back up. He didn't sue us, thank God. It's a video on here. You need to watch it. The Bird Book Ghost Hunt, right? And when the angel realms came in and the guides came in at the hysterical phrase as well. Stop laughing. And once we start, we can't stop.
I think Nathan should subscribe.
How many? I've got one more thing. Yeah, subscribe, Nathan, because you're a laugh a minute, right? Now, can I just say to you, Anya, as well, is your dad has just said, don't worry, I've got the babies here. Okay, and I don't want to expose personal issues, but I feel like there may have been multiple losses with children with you, my darling. And he's saying, don't worry, I'm the one that's got these babies here, okay? And so I truly, sometimes I hope I'm wrong with this, but I know I'm not, because he's holding these, and I think there's at least 3. Is that okay, darling, for me to say about that? But I know that I've got the babies there. He's got those with him. And I keep seeing a cat called Nelson. I don't know whose cat that is. I don't know if it had one eye or not.
Yes,
but
got it.
Do you? Do you understand that, Anya? That you lost children? Okay, I'm so sorry for your loss. But what I do know is that there's a beautiful girl there. I don't know if you actually knew that you had a girl. Some were in pregnancy, and I don't know if one was born sleeping or not. But I know that there's a little girl there, and she's beautiful. But I do know that he's acknowledging the babies, and I do know that there's loads of people up there that have passed for you, and I could be with you for a long time. But I do know that what I want to say to you is that he looks after them. What's that? Alicia, cot death. Oh my God. That's your little girl, darling. Don't get me started.
That's not anyone. It's horrible.
She reminds me of that lovely, beautiful girl we had earlier, and she's such a bright, shining star. And so all I would do is acknowledge now and then talking to her as well, because I think she'll come and see her mummy. Sorry, jeez, hang on a minute. I don't know how you get through it, guys. I don't know how you get through your traumas.
Got 2 brothers with her.
God bless 2 brothers.
Oh, my God.
3, that's what he said. I don't know how you do it, guys. God bless your beautiful hearts. And do you know what? I know we've just been laughing at that dickhead, right? But sometimes it is so humbling that you trust us with your past, your lives, your traumas, your tragedies, and allow us to walk into parts of your life and bring up these things. And that's humbling. That's really humbling. And I really hope that we've done our best in delivering everything we can with the most empathy we can. You know, you've got to mix it with a bit of humour. Otherwise, we'd all be sitting here crying our bloody eyes out, wouldn't we?
She had a lovely encounter with her. She asked if she could hold her. And then she had a lovely encounter with Spirit last year.
There you go. Oh, my God. That's why you've got this card as well, because it's not only about emotion, it's about spiritual growth, Anya. So please, whatever you're doing development-wise, keep doing it, because you are so on the right path, darling. It's Jimmy Deans. Oh, God, you've come in right at the end, Jimmy. Should do another one tomorrow or another day.
Yeah. I've still got this guy here, the one who passed with the overdose. And he's been sitting and waiting till the end and saying that I don't think he had any real family. If not, they didn't look after him, right? What? Are you laughing at? What? Are you laughing at? What? Why are you laughing? What? 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 Eh?
I can't. Why can't they fit well?
What, have you just read another one, have you? Have you just read another one?
Read it.
I won't read it. Okay. Sorry, darling. Anyway, his message is that you and your dad and that were his family, and that he loves you for it. So that's it at the end. Oh, yeah.
I bet you that's Lou phoning to say stop.
We've got to go.
Right, okay. How many? Right, we'll just, Lou, if you're watching, we're stopping now. Jimmy, I promise you, Jimmy, can you please come on? When are we going to do it again?
I think we'll have a day off tomorrow, shall we? And then do another one maybe Monday or something.
Yeah, Monday night, darlings. I think we'll come back again and do another one. So I want to do as many as I can with Rich. Okay, Nathan, you're welcome, troll boy, if you want. But we're going to have to leave it there.
Nicky, just read one for Nathan. That would right. You can come back on Monday.
Oh, that's clever. Who just wrote that?
Nicky, just read one from Nathan. Yeah, we should do Nathan, shouldn't we?
I know.
On Monday.
So yeah, I just read the one from Nathan, Claire Vaz. So, darlings, I want to say thank you for coming over to YouTube to watch us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure as always, but we have to, as we say every time, we could go on all night, but we really can't, because we're going to absolutely burn ourselves out. And as you know, for people that know my journey, I'm only just starting out again after being so poorly, and I really have got to watch not burning myself out. And so that is why I'm not doing as many telephone readings and email readings at the moment. That is why I keep saying, when you write to me through emails and everything, to go to Richard, because you can see we work exactly the same. Okay. And I have so much writing to do. Obviously, the book's going to be coming out soon. And so at the moment, Richard is your man for private readings. Okay. So you can either do telephone readings. If you live in the Bay, you live in Devon area, you can come see him at my house here.
Just give my telephone number.
And then what's your telephone number? No, don't, because
I might get Nathan on there.
Yeah.
Right.
Mind you, you get them anyway. It's good, you know.
If you Google Richard Morley
He's going to Google you now. You might as well say it. Who
It'll come up.
cares?
So, all right then, if you want to book a reading with me, it's 077 6283 6599. There you go. I'm in Devon for a few more days tonight, and then I'm back in Essex.
Yes, it's extended. It's extended his stay because of the amount of people at readings, but there are still places left on. Is it Monday? There's a couple of slots left. But anyway, just give Richard a call if you want a reading here, and obviously if you're in Essex, you have a 1-to-1, or you can do telephone readings.
Yeah.
I do try and do a couple. Janine, if you're still watching, I know that I've got to sort your one out, okay? But basically, Richard's your man at the moment. Until I get my energies back, I'm confident you have to do regular work. Okay, I'm literally just really pushing it at the moment because Richard's here and I want to get this done before he goes home. Also for the people that haven't watched the other videos on Facebook, we will be doing live demonstration shows in Essex and in Devon. I'm really looking forward to that, and possibly Kent and London. So all things are being planned, including a retreat as well. Yeah, the retreats are going to be good. We're going to be doing spiritual retreats for us. So we've got lots of plans coming up for the future. And it just leads me to say to all of you, please don't be disappointed if you didn't get a message. No, as I said earlier, that all the people that love you have been with you. It's a matter of time of us getting them and them connecting with our energy for us to get to you, if that makes sense, okay? So keep the faith. I really hope that all of you come and join us for Monday evening. Yeah. So that we can have another go, because I've loved every minute of it. It's addictive. And it is so addictive because we just want to keep giving and giving and giving. And there's only much energy you can do before we start hurting ourselves. And with the ME that's going on between the two of us, we need to be really careful. So with that, darlings, I love you all. You've given me so much confidence, because I did lose so much confidence, with my time being out. And so I just thank you for all of your love. I thank you for supporting everybody else who was getting readings, because I never expected that. And that's absolutely wonderful. And I just want to say to you, can't wait to see you on Monday. And thank you for listening. God bless you all. Rich, is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, I just say that doing this is a totally different energy for me. So I've really enjoyed it, because you're still picking up on people. Even though you haven't got a person in front of you, you're still picking up on people, which is really good. So it's been lovely. I just enjoy it. I can't wait to get on stage now.
Yes, Stacey, we'll be coming back to Dartford. Don't worry, darling. Yeah. No problem. Good night and God bless to you as well, Alison and Faye. Jimmy, come back Monday night, babe, and Rich can give you a reading, because he doesn't know a lot about you. I know a bit. But then when I'm linked in, I won't remember anyway, will I? And I'll do it anyway. So I'll do that for you Monday, sweetheart. And with that, yes, Facebook the photo, please, Anya. That would be lovely. Hi, Helen. I've never laughed so much. Love watching you both. Love you. But I love you, Helen. And hopefully I'll see you in the week or Monday or something, darling. Love you loads. Right. Annie, love you. Time out fine-tuned you and made you better. You're absolutely. Do you know what? You're absolutely right. That time that I was away in poorly, it's made me the best person I could ever have aspired to be if I tried. So I'm very, very grateful. I love you, Annie, as well. I love you all. You're just amazing, and I can't believe the support. And it's so lovely to connect with people like Wayne as well, because I've just connected with him recently. You're all beautiful people, apart from Nathan, who's a bit of a cock. So
he's been reported apparently. Joe done it.
Oh, thank you for reporting him, Joe. Okay, thank you. Love you too, Joe. And I better not advertise Joe as our angel Reiki healer, because she's so amazing. She's just too busy, so I better not say anything about that. Yeah, I don't say anything. Amazing. Alan, thanks for being here as well, babe. And hopefully we'll get somebody for you next time if you want to have a little look, Alan. So with that, my darlings, God bless you all. Good night. It's good night from him.
It's good night from her. We've got to go off and do the dance, haven't we? That's Ronnie, the two Ronnies and Doodah. Oh, is it? I've had two Ronnies. It's good night from him and it's good night from me.
It's good night from me and it's good night from him. Yeah. Anyway, loads of love to you. Thank you for watching us here, and we look forward to Monday night. Good night and God bless.
Bye. See you later.
Bye. I'm going to turn it off now. I don't want to go. Bye now. God bless.
That's roll fucking right, mate.